one eye open when I'm sleeping. One eye.
Nah, because I need to know who the fuck out here still lighting fireworks. Who decided to go out here and start lighting fireworks? I don't remember ever giving clearance for motherfuckers to be lighting fireworks, bruh. I want to know who the hell came out here lighting fireworks. It's crazy. Last night, I'm trying to sleep, and for whatever reason, I hear fireworks. I'm not having a good time right now. Let me tell you something right now. I heard the fireworks today. You can't even see the firework during the doggone day. It's crazy, bro. It was 3 p.m., 3:17 to be exact. I'm hearing fireworks. Who lighting the doggone fireworks? Son, we gonna have some problems. I'm telling you right now, I got a bat. I still got the same bat, but it's got blood from the last victim. Do you understand me? I've even upgraded to scissors of the dagger persuasion. Who wants to die? I will impale you. Who's lighting fireworks? Who the fuck lighting fireworks? Shit's got having me having a good time right now. Getting ridiculous out here. Out here lighting fireworks. I freaking decided to go and interrogate 3 Middle Eastern children. I said, you 3 are in my proximity. Who's lighting fireworks? They looked at me like,
I have no recollection of the event in question. I have no recollection of the event in question.
Then I went to the 2 Irish kids and they said,
I have no recollection of the event in question. I have no recollection of the event in question.
I saw 7 Negro babies, and they said,
I have no recollection of the event in question. I have no recollection of the event in question.
I went to the white children, then the Chinese, they all said,
I have no recollection of the event in question. I have no recollection of the event in question.
Who is lighting the fireworks? I'm not having a good time right now. Who the fuck lighting the fireworks? Is it the natives? Is it the Indians? Are they even children? Maybe it's people transitioning through adolescence. Perhaps adults, senior citizens. Who is lighting fireworks? I must find these delinquents at once. This is ridiculous. Who's responsible for lighting fireworks? Some guy before on it said a guy in my neighborhood got hit by a firework on the 10th. Woo! Oh, shit, no, he was an innocent bystander. No, we're not going to clap for that. Apologies. I thought it was a brother who was lighting the fire. Hey, was he an innocent bystander or did that motherfucker have it coming? Let me know if I should have a standing ovation or I should be filled with sorrow at the particular moment that brother got hit with fireworks. If you ain't doing nothing to get hit by fireworks, you should not be getting hit by fireworks. Numb nuts. Put 2 on it. Said midgets and karma count. What you mean? Midgets and karma, karma? What the hell she did? Curtis said Batista making a comeback. Apparently, it's the Latinos. I had a feeling it might have been the Latinos lighting fireworks. It was hard to find them. They mow lawns during the day. That's fucked up. Shouldn't have said that. I can't even front though. All right. Stereotype or no stereotype. Latinos. Them motherfuckers some hard workers. They got my respect. But hey, money in the building. God damn, you still in that basement? I bet it's hot than the motherfucker. But who's lighting fireworks? Who the fuck is lighting fireworks? Todd said it was Grant Williams. It was Grant who? It was Grant who? I bet it was that motherfucker. Let me find you, Grant Williams. I got smoke for you and your whole family. Don't let me find you, Grant Williams. I hate everything about you. Figuratively, not literally. Jeffrey put 5 on it. Said whoever lighting them fireworks about to get the JPP special. Ain't that the truth? I need some water. Why y'all laughing? Nostradamus put 2 on. Said, what's good, my dude? Just got home from Charlotte. Had a convention of a lifetime. Subscribe to Chords Against Tonality, y'all. Yes, indeed. Make sure you subscribe to Chords Against Tonality. Oh, fun fact. This past weekend, I was actually in Virginia. Caught a lot of people in the Genjutsu. They thought I was out there in London. I was not in London. So a lot of people looked at my story. They saw this Jupiter in the background. That's somebody else's reel. I downloaded it and re-uploaded it because I like to catch people in Genjutsus. I was in Virginia for Blurred Con, my very first con. All right, it wasn't my first. Well, I was part of the Enron scheme, so it's not my first con. I am an ex-con, but we're not talking about that right now. But It was my first Comic Con. Went out there to Blurred Con, had a good time. A lot of people messed around and stopped me. They subscribed to the content. Good amount of people actually were supporters of the channel, so that's pretty doggone dope. I really appreciated that. But I was out there in Virginia. Yes, indeed, Malone. It was Virginia. There was quite the stench. Listen, anime fans, we got to do better. All right? Those of you who know, fam, there was no reason. We had like a rave, a party at the end of Saturday night. We was inside. They put on Palance. Soca music came on. Everybody was dancing. They put on Swag Surf. When the armpits went up, good Lord in heaven, I started running for the exit, bro. There was a whole lot of people in there who stink. I'm telling you right now, it's not having a good time, bro. I remember I seen the memes going around at Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournaments. They're like, man, the stench in here was otherworldly. I didn't believe it because I said, you know what? I have faith in my community that anime fans will smell appropriate. I was let down. I see why the women go in the other direction. But Real Soldier Boy, the building, said, don't let me find out who's firing fireworks. Ain't you wrong? Yeah, you ain't wrong about that. AJ said, where's Virginia? It's is it constituted as the South? It was really only 4 hours away from New York. No Judas, but said to make sure you go out there and subscribe to Chords of Tonality. God damn it, I dropped the doggone channel in the comment section during the NBA Finals. If you haven't already, go over to Chords of Tonality, search it on YouTube. Ryan said, when's the next wrestling live stream is? Actually, SummerSlam is on a Saturday. I will be able to go live. Money in the Bank, I was going to go live, but that ended up on that Sunday. I had quite a turn of events for Money in the Bank. It was actually a Saturday, if I'm not mistaken, so I could not go live. But I had all plans to go live because I thought it was on Sunday. If it was on the Sunday, actually, no, I wouldn't have been able to do it anyway. Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to do it anyway. Shit. Yeah. Well, there goes that. Yeah, I wouldn't have, no, that was more last minute, so maybe I would have still been able to do it on Sunday. Yeah, whatever the case is, I didn't go live for the Money in the Bank, but I will go live for SummerSlam. I actually wrote it down that I'm going to go live on SummerSlam. MDJ, put 5 on and said, who do I think should join Judgment Day? Truly, nobody. You want Dominic Mysterio to betray Ray and join Judgment Day on Monday night? Finn called Ray a bad father. Fun fact, I caught up on Raw and SmackDown all within an hour. I actually think it's much more effective to watch it after the show, kind of on the Jim Cornette tip, rather than watch it live, because you can kind of get through all of the muff. You can get through all of the fluff. You get through all of the bullshit. But I don't want anybody to join Judgment Day. I think they fucked it up by having Finn join and dropping Edge. If Edge was still the leader, then of course Dominic Mysterio can join. But Finn and Damian Priest is not gonna hit the same. It just don't make no doggone sense. Faisal, is that how it's pronounced? Correct me if I'm wrong. Put 2 on it. Much love. Death Recon. Put 2 on. Say, can I do from the east to the west? Well, give it a little bit of time. And indeed I will. Yes. Some guy put 2 on. Say he wasn't firing the fireworks. He was innocent. Oh, no. An innocent bystander got hit with fireworks. God damn. That sucks. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I express my deepest sympathies with the innocent bystander of getting hit with fireworks. That's some bullshit. KT Chris said, who's going to win the last man standing? To be honest with you, it should be Brock Lesnar. He should take down Roman right now. But because they probably don't have long-term plans for Lesnar, they only brought him back because all of the faces were hurt. I think Roman's going to mess around and win on a technicality. Here's what I think will mess around and happen. The Usos will come out, of course. They're going to get dealt with. Now, if the Usos lose the titles to the Street Profits, perhaps Roman's going to mess around and lose the titles. But if the Street Profits lose, Usos retain, what probably will end up happening is they're going to find a way to hold down Brock Lesnar, and then he's going to get counted for 10 because he can't move. Similar to what happened with when Mick Foley beat The Rock and he dropped the forklift, you know, the cart on top of him. So it's going to be some sort of technicality, whether it's under a table, under a bunch of ladders, tables, whatever the thing is. He's going to lose on a technicality to retain. That's how I think it'll happen if Brock loses. Now, if Brock were to win, I think it's going to be a flat, you know, he's going to pick up a W over Roman because he doesn't need a technicality to win. I think that'd be bullshit if they were to do that. Peyton said you got a little disposable income because you got a job as a GED teacher. Oh, shit! Peyton got a job as a GED teacher. What do you know? Hey, I hope it's not in the Bronx, brother. Oh, that's what's up, man. Congratulations. New job. He got a new job. GED teacher. New job. GED teacher. What's going on, y'all? Ryan. But 5 said, did I know I show speed said a firework in this house? Yes, a lot of people sent me a clip on Twitter. I did not. I've seen that brother before because I feel like y'all sent me videos of his in the past. Did not know about him being a streamer per se. I thought he was just a regular YouTuber. But that's crazy. The thing that people will do for views, that's wild. Don't get me wrong. There probably was a time that I would have messed around and done that. But that's you way too big to be doing that kind of shit. Especially if your mom's is in the crib. That's what I didn't understand. Like, you live in the house by yourself, ain't no problem. You living with your parents, something ain't right. Hey, Matt. Then let's go, boys. Yes, indeed. MDJ said, how would I book the Hurt Business? I would have never broke them up. They would have dominated across the way the bloodline is being booked on SmackDown. Hurt Business should have been that on Raw. That's the only way I can say that. Tress Rules, but 2 said, where's my video for the Steelers 2022 schedule release? Probably I'll do that this summer. I can't even lie to you, dog. I completely forgot about it. And for Def Recon, from the east to the west, back to the east, back to the west is what we talking about right now. What do I think about Andrew Tate? I think the brother is a bit extreme, but I think in his core of cores, deep down, he's a genuine brother, and he makes more valid points than ludicrous points. But I think he's a genuine brother. I got no problems with him. Did I miss a super? Wait a minute. How the fuck did we go this far and I did not acknowledge the people? MDJ put 5 on say, yo, Adonis, you have to celebrate Amber Heard got removed from Aquaman 2. That's beautiful. But let's go down the line and say hello to the beautiful people from the diaphragm, because I haven't done this in a little bit. Oh, wait a minute. Did I miss one on Hot Mic? Oh, Arden put 2 on, say, can I go live for next week on for the everything barbed wire match? Oh, good Lord. What in the world? Good Lord. Oh, but 2K Tay, Ravens, Anthony White, Zelda Peach, Heisman put 2 on, said thoughts on Heinz Field name change. I knew it was coming, so I'm not really tripping over it. You put 2 on, said you're mad funny, bro. Greetings from Amsterdam. Hey, that's much love, man. Much love from overseas. Kyle said Tate doesn't really care too much about what anybody thinks. Correct, and you shouldn't. Kyle, RJ Barrett, Arden, Hoodie Zay, Jeffrey. Oh, Jeffrey, what's good? Peyton, the only Urix, DJ Hoop, K-Dub, Isaiah, Jaden, artist formerly known as DeWilly, Hunter, in the building. Duxley, Gavo, NA, Islam, Toxic Falcons. What's going on, Toxic Falcons? Are you confident this season, brother? Chris Hall, for 5 said a man in Syracuse blew up his whole 6th floor building trying to make it his own firework. Now he's being charged with domestic terrorism. That's what the fuck he get. That's what, hey. He's in Syracuse, right? Let me know his holding cell. I'd like to take a shit and throw it through the doggone the door. Throw it through the door. We should pelt him with our urine and poop. Our fecal matter. NA said that's Jude. No, it's not. It's literally me. That's me in high school. This was right before our homecoming, senior year. I wore every single. No, I'm bugging. That is sophomore year. That is before. That is before we played. This was week 4. Who did we play? Your Wagner. Erasmus? Right before we played Erasmus, this was that Friday. We wear our jerseys. I had my varsity jersey underneath. That's my JV jersey. This wasn't homecoming though, but every time we wore our jerseys on Friday, I would choose 2 Fridays every single year. I did it from my sophomore year because obviously freshman year you only have 1 jersey, unless of course you go to one of those tippity-top schools that have multiple different jerseys. I would wear every single one of my jerseys underneath. So I had my varsity jersey. I wore 35 my sophomore year, and then from junior, senior year I wore 24. But I had my varsity jersey underneath. I was on varsity my sophomore year. Was I that great? I was average. And my JV jersey on top of that, and I always walked around with the Ed Lover. Come on, son. I always walked around with it. I still have it till this day in my room. I have the sign. Ryan said, who hacked Discord? Man, I have no clue. I have no clue. Braylon, but 5-1 said, what do I think about Liv Morgan winning the Money in the Bank, becoming women's champion? I love it, but they need to make her work on her mic skills, because, Lord, I cannot stand the way she talks. Buster, put 2-1 said, first time in here, what's going on? Distraught, put 2-1 said, guess what? You got 15K total views on your channel. You love to see it. Distraught, beautiful. MDJ said, thoughts on Baker and Carolina? I can't wait for week 1. It's going to be very interesting. Johnny said top 5 greatest WCW and ECW stars. WCW, Ric Flair, Sting, Booker T, Ric Flair, Sting, Booker T, WCW. Are we going back to the 80s as well? No, I don't want to count the NWA. Shit, but then when does NWA, WCW? Oh boy, I'd have to go 90s then. Oh fuck. Yeah, because I don't want to omit Dusty. I don't want to omit Dusty. But then in the 90s, oh boy, I don't know when the NWA and WCW, my mind is blank right now. 88 is when it happened. Shit. Okay, so Flair, Sting, Booker. Flair, Sting, Booker. Do I want to go Luger? No. WCW. Flair, Sting, Booker. Goldberg. Flair, Sting, Booker, Goldberg. Nash or Hall. Oh, Jesus Christ. You can't not put Hogan. You kind of got to go Hogan. Hogan. Oh, no, I can't put DDP over Hogan. I'd have to go Hogan. I'd have to go Hogan there. So I'd say that's the 5. ECW, Van Dam, Sabu. Van Dam, Sabu, Dudley Boys, Taz. I was never really a big fan of Dreamer. Sandman sucked in the ring, but my God, was he over. Dudley's, Sabu, Van Dam, Taz. New Jack was a fucking murderer. Raven. So that'd be my 5. Jerome Pateno said, keep making video. Hey, yes indeed. Jarrell said, would I fly Spirit to Japan or pay my student loans? Oh, I'm flying Spirit to Japan. I always wanted to go to Japan. Liv Morgan's ex-boyfriend, Pafavo, and said, yo, I'm from the city of the inaugural undisputed USFL champions of the world. How about them Stallions, baby? Hey, congratulations to those doggone Stallions. If you guys did not see the USFL commentary, it is on Patreon for free. Literally, just go to patreon.com/Chiseled Adonis. You can click the link in the description as well. Go and check out the commentary if you haven't already seen it. I tried to do it on YouTube. They were trying to sneak me on a copyright strike. They really tried. 30 minutes to the premiere, they tried to sneak me, and they blocked it without sending me an email. Had I not checked myself, I'd have messed around and had a strike. And I would have been coming off the strike, I think, this week. Because remember, I still got a warning and shit. No, I would have been gone for a week, not 2 weeks. But I still do have those warnings for 2.5 years because they stay on the channel forever. MDJ Pafavo said, thoughts on WWE hiring people from entertainment instead of indie stars? I think that's bullshit. I understand that you want to, you've evolved out of professional wrestling and now into sports entertainment, but wrestling is what made the fucking company. Go back to the core, which is wrestling. Entertainment plays its own role. It plays its own role, but go back to fucking wrestling. Make it believable. To hell with this damn, I don't want to say PG era, all this other reality era where you blur the line. No, go back to the fucking sandbox. I'm not saying white people off of social media or whatever, but put it in a situation where you make shit fucking believable. Make them play their characters through and through. If they can't fucking do it, get them the fuck out of here. Please go back to the doggone core. Please. Ice Trade. But 2-1 said, thoughts on Tequila, Harry being traded to Chicago. He needs a change of scenery. He needs a change of scenery. Change of scenery. Gordy Man put 2 on. Say, hey brother, it's been a while. I caught a while since I caught a stream. Been busy working. Hope all is well. Hey, all is well with me. I hope all's well with you. How's the podcast going, brother? Numb Nuts put 2 on. Said shout out to Wesley Pipes. I'm going in Jade. You going in Jade back. You go in the front. Whoa, hold on. I thought Wesley Pipes retired after the NBA Finals. K-Dub, put 2 on, said, what to do, Brody? Hope all is well. All is okay, going all right. No Judas, put 2 on, said, ain't it whack that the Steelers don't have to move time zones for the regular season? Ain't it whack? I wouldn't say that. I think it's beneficial for them. They don't have to travel as much. But I believe was it last year they were in like the top 10 for the travel? The way they determine it is every team plays a different schedule all the time. I guess in this particular time, Pittsburgh really lucked out not having to leave the Eastern, side. God damn, this man gifted 50 membership. Oh wow, golly. Some guy put 2 on and said he wasn't firing. Oh no, I read that one. But let's see here. Man is out here giving out gifts, donations. Oh man, people going crazy. God damn. But how nice of you guys to send out, help out the people. But nevertheless, I had to get myself a shipment here. That done came in from Shannon Sharp. Now, did he send it to me himself? Of course not. I had to buy it myself, my doggone self. But I got myself the Le Portier, all right, from Mr. Shay, Uncle Shay, Shannon Sharp himself. And this is his VSOP. Look at the doggone presentation, bruh. I drank some of it already, so it's not. I got 2 bottles, but look at the presentation, bro. He gets an A from me. That's beautiful. Man's sent the doggone box, and at the top, it actually says apparently he only made 25,000 bottles, and this bottle is bottle number 12. I believe that. Damn, the number done fell. Oh no, that's definitely a 3. This is 12,342. It's bottle 12,342. So we'll take a little toast here, and it's not bad of a drink. We'll take a little toast here to the return of a Chiseled Adonis live. I don't know how often I'm going to do it, but damn it, we here. All right. Smooth, man. Some good stuff. But, Heisman put 2 on. Said thoughts on Sasha Banks getting scrubbed from WWE. I think it's bullshit. Okay, I pull up, put 2 on. Said shout out to Amen giving out donations indeed. Akin put 2 on. Said thoughts on Addison Adesanya's Undertaker walkout. That was beautiful. AJ said, have I ever drunk moonshine? I believe I did in college. MDJ put 5 on. Said thoughts on no, pardon me. You said thoughts on Vince McMahon's allegations of paying women $12 million. I'm not remotely surprised, but I am disappointed. Because you can get it for cheaper if you just hired escorts. Why? I'll never understand that. If you got money, just fucking hire escorts. If you want to sleep with somebody outside of your fucking wife, for one, talk to your wife about it. Hey, what do you think about an open relationship? Or I bring a different harlot up in here. What do you mean? I don't want to do that. Okay, cool. So we got multiple different things that can happen here, right? We can, A, continue to move forward with my desire to sleep with other women prevalent in our marriage. 2, we can get a divorce. Or 3, we can find a fucking compromise. But what you don't do is go behind somebody's back, sleep with fucking co-workers, and then try to pay hush money. Why? That shit's stupid. Why? I'll never understand that. Why? You don't gotta cheat. You don't gotta do none of that shit. Just have the fucking conversation. If it breaks their heart, hurt their feelings, understand you came to them when the thought was in its infancy. Well, maybe not the infancy, but you didn't do nothing yet. Just go and talk to them. You know how many dates I've gone on and I've sat down and said, hey, so what do you think about open relationships? Don't mean that I'm out here looking for all kinds of harlots while I'm inside of a relationship when I get into one, whether I'm in one or not right now. But whatever the case just so happen to be, you got to just be open, honest, say what the fuck it is that your intentions are, and then move from there. Don't fucking be shady. For what? What does that do? That's dumb. That's so dumb. Just fucking say it. What do you say? Patu said, have I ever watched The Boys? If not, I have to watch. I have not watched The Boys. I'm heterosexual. No, but seriously, I don't know what The Boys is. So what is The Boys? W-E-B, The Boys? Doc Ock. Put 20, Doc Ock 28, put 4 on. So how do I feel about Vince McMahon allegation? And why do you like WWE over AEW? No, just the only reason why I like WWE more is because I grew up on WWE. Nothing against AEW. AEW, when they're on their shit, they got the best shit in the industry. So I'll give them that. But it's not like a huge, lean towards WWE over AEW. It's just the fact that I've grew up on WWE. So I slowly try to work my way into AEW, but I just don't have as much time as I used to get into all kinds of wrestling. Peyton Patuan said, look at the Adonis Bird, latest tweet. Oh, check that out. Oh, yeah, Zach Wilson. Yeah, that man wildin'. Zach Wilson out here, he met that boy tripping. Ice Trade 27, but 2-1 said, will the allegations force Vince out of WWE? No. It won't. Joshua Cook said, I'm the man. I appreciate that. Alvin put 10 on and said, who are my top 5 young wrestlers that WWE can't afford to mess up? Theory. That's one. Austin Theory. Well, just Theory now. Theory. No, the only problem that I have with Theory cashing in on Roman or Brock is, 1, it's way too early. 2, I don't believe that he's ready yet. He's incredibly annoying, but this selfie business, he got to drop that shit and just keep the same arrogance. I don't think he's ready yet to be world champion. I don't think it's a good time to do that. Maybe around Survivor Series, groom him appropriately. Have him in matches that he got to put that briefcase on the fucking line, and he comes very close to losing it. Have him against legitimate opponents. This Dolph Ziggler business and all this other, like, you've been keeping Ziggler in the fucking mid-card for how long, and now you want to try to build him back up? This is the wrong way to go about it, but we're not talking about that right now. Theory, that's one that they can't afford to fuck up. Bianca's in her 30s, but really, so I won't go Bianca. I'll say Theory, Rhea Ripley, Theory, Rhea Ripley, that they can't afford to mess up. Theory, Rhea Ripley. How old is Walter? Walter's in his 30s. Walter's in his 30s. Yeah, Bianca's more older than 30. Bianca Belair is like 30, 32, 33. How old is she? She's 33 years old. How old is Walter? Walter, he's 34, so I can't even use Walter. Who the fuck else? No, Riddle. Gable is like 36. Chad Gable's like 36. Gable is like 34. Because when I'm thinking, fucking Riddle is 36. When I'm thinking young stars, no, Montez Ford, they can't afford to let Montez Ford go. He's not young because he's in his 30s as well, but Montez Ford, they can't let him go. Omos is 29, but Omos is green, but I'll say don't let Omos walk. Braun Breaker, that's 4. That's 4. So I'll make an exception for Ford. Because I truly feel like they cannot let him walk. But Omos, Ford, Braun Breaker, Austin Theory, Bianca Belair. There's 5. There's 5 for you. And Akin, just to answer your question about the Undertaker walkout by Adesanya, I absolutely loved it. And Heisman said, what are my thoughts on Sasha Banks getting scrubbed from WWE? I think it's bullshit. I think I may have said that, but I think it's bullshit. Liv Morgan's ex-boyfriend said, me and Will just finished fight. Well, there it is. JT Golden put 2 on, said the boys about superheroes not giving a fuck. Well, I'd love that's beautiful. They shouldn't give a fuck. MDJ put 2 on, said thoughts on Cora Jade turning heel. Well, hopefully it works out for her. Just Hand put 2 on, said what's up, brother? I bought some of your merch. It's fire. Hey man, I appreciate that. Numbnut says Carmen, Tiana Trunk, or a Bronx chick. I'm just sleeping with them. If I was just sleeping with them, I would probably I'd probably go Tiana Trump. But if I had to date one of them, suicide. It's a suicide. Trayvon said, would you? No, I ain't killing nobody over no hoes. I'll just masturbate. But what am I going to DreamCon? Says Trayvon. No, I am not. The ticket sold out in front of me for 30 seconds. They had me on the capture shit trying to select what the fuck is a boat, what the fuck is a van, what the fuck is a helicopter, and then the fucking shit sold out in front of me. It was some old bullshit. I wanted to, but it sold out right in front of me. I'm not a fan of not being able to pull up. MDJ put 2 on, said thoughts on Mandy Rose reign as NXT champion. I mean, NXT's not what it used to be, but she's a good character. She's been working on herself. Daniel Orton put 2 on, said just waiting for training camp to start on July 27th. Yes, indeed. Yeah, DreamCon was a sellout. You know, it's funny. I ran into a number of people when I was at BlurredCon this past weekend. I dressed up as Tobe. Kunta Kente. No, I was Tobe. But so if you guys spotted me, I was out there at BlurredCon. I dressed up as son of a bitch. What the hell? What just happened? What just happened? What just happened? Oh Lord. Oh, I done caught the camera in a genjutsu. I caught the camera in a genjutsu. What the hell was that? Oh Lord. Caught the doggone camera in a genjutsu. Let's try that again. Try not to catch it in the genjutsu. I dressed up as Tobe. All right, it's not as clear. I could literally just put the goddamn photo on the screen, but why are we doing that? I'm not sending it to the doggone computer. But I caught the screen in the genjutsu myself. See, that's why I dressed up as a member of the Akatsuki. But yes, I'm not gonna go to DreamCon. A number of people said, "Yo, I should pull up to DreamCon. I'm the Chiseled Adonis." I'm like, what the hell does that mean? It's not like I got some pull, like I'm as big as RDC or them motherfuckers know who I am. All this other. I'll get a ticket like everybody else. I ain't one of them motherfuckers who think I'm bigger than what I am. I'm not. Todd said, bro, looks like the Quan Wilshire in that pic. You know, I actually thought he would be there. Orlando Jones was doing stand-up. Motherfuckers thought I was him. You're like, yo, what you doing here when you supposed to be on stage? I said, what? What? MDJ put 2 on, said, which wrestler would I remove from the Hall of Fame? Which wrestler would I remove from the Hall of Fame? Shit. What wrestler would I remove from the Hall of Fame? Jesus Christ. I don't think there's anybody that I would take out because there's no criteria for the WWE Hall of Fame. Gordy Man said the podcast is good, been on Twitch lately. That's what's up. David Box in the building said, what happened to me? I've been chilling, man. It's been an all right month. Hey, cheers to you. Every time David in the building, we got to take a drink. Quentin said, am I going live for SummerSlam? I will. Jimmy Snooker or Sonny, because they out here killing people. Orlando Jones and Bill said, you didn't get paid for your set. Oh, man, hilarious. Do I think Bobby Lashley should reunite with MVP? Yes. Daniel said, is Adesanya boring? It depends on what kind of fighter you expected him to be. Am I going to do a watch-along for Joshua and Usyk fight, and who do I think will win? To be honest with you, I think Usyk will win. I really would love to pull for Joshua, but, man, I don't know. He just don't got the same flair that he did a couple of years ago. Ever since that loss to Ruiz, I don't know, but I think Usyk will probably take that. Am I going to go live for it? Maybe. I'm not sure. Is it this week? I hope not. But If I can go live for it, I will for just that fight. MDJ Patu said take the Bella Twins out the Hall of Fame or Jillian Hall. Well, Jillian Hall's not in the Hall of Fame, if I'm not mistaken. I don't believe she is. Do I watch any indie promotions? No, I do not. I simply don't have the time anymore. Le'Veon Bell or Adrian Peterson. I'm gonna try to see if I can go live for that. I don't know where they're fighting. I think it's in Vegas, but I want to do that. But Le'Veon Bell or Adrian Peterson, give me Adrian Peterson. But Le'Veon Bell actually been training boxing. He looks terrible, but he's actually been training. I don't know if Adrian Peterson been training boxing. And it's funny how everybody now, the celebrity thing to do is boxing. You know what they should be doing is celebrity one-on-one basketball. I'll never understand why the fuck they're not doing it. You talk about profitable without having to, because obviously with boxing you can knock a motherfucker out, and the range of difficulty is incredibly high. The violence is there, and people's bloodlust is at an all-time high. But why the fuck would you make a transition straight to boxing? Like, it's crazy, bro. We should have celebrity one-on-one. Like golf, I understand why people wouldn't try to get into. Baseball is gonna be kind of tough. You can't really do one-on-ones in football because it won't be that entertaining. But basketball, you could do that shit. I'm not saying it's going to be on the same level of boxing. I think boxing, if they had celebrity MMA as well, I'm pretty sure that they do, those will definitely catch people's attention at the highest point. But I don't understand why they don't be doing celebrity one-on-ones. It's kind of weird to me. Don't put yourself in a position where you can mess around and lose brain cells. Now, if you got to sacrifice the ATL or ACL or fucking, Achilles on the court, then so be it. But still. It's very weird. Like rappers playing, man, who gives a fuck about them? I have former play different sports. Boxing is a sport, but yeah, don't put your life on the line and shit. The Morgan ex-boyfriend Patu said, how much was that beverage, brother? That's a good question. How much was this? Was it $100? I think this was $100. I think it was $100 because I had to get it shipped, so I'm pretty sure it was including shipping. I can't recall, but I believe it was $100. It was no more than 120. I know that for a fact. But for athletes, like for example, for LeBron James, his Lobos, I get my favorite, blend of tequila. Is it considered a blend? Is the Añejo. So I got LeBron James Añejo, that was 153. I got Michael Jordan's Sincoro, I believe it's pronounced. That was like fucking 153. Fun fact, when I went to Miami for game 1 and 2, one of my old college friends, I believe I told the story, Thutmose, he's an artist now, big Nigerian artist, and he, Nigerian backstory, but he's more of an American artist, but he's, from Nigeria. But we went to a strip club. I think it was like a Cuban strip club or whatever. I asked for a fucking glass of Michael Jordan's, tequila. These motherfuckers told me $84 for a shot. I said, oh, excuse me, I'm sitting back down. But I had a good time because I threw the same. That was the first time ever going to a strip club. I threw the same dollar for like 12 minutes. They never caught on. When they shaking their ass and stuff, you throw the doggone dollar, you catch it, you slap it on their back, you roll it down. They think it fall down, you pick it right back up, throw it back out. I was the worst fucking customer in the strip club ever, bro. I'm pretty sure the bouncers looking at me like, yo, we gotta fuck this man up, but they didn't want to walk over because I look menacing. But Yusef, for 5 on it, said, what does Steph Curry need to surpass LeBron James? He ain't there yet. He ain't there. LeBron, when you talk about players in the league, the closest person to LeBron is Curry. But he will not pass LeBron James until, let's say, like even if he were to win another championship, in theory, you can he wouldn't become. Because LeBron at his worst is either he's second all time at his worst. Because when you take bias out of everything and you just look at how the game of basketball is played and impact, at worst, LeBron is 2. Some can say 3. But when you look at dominance and the ability to play the game, I cannot put Curry over LeBron. I think Curry would just have to win. I think if he were to, let's say he wins 6 championships or some shit and LeBron retires with 4, at that point, Son would have to leapfrog him. But I can't. It's one of them situations where if you really look at LeBron's situation, You put him in many different people's situation. You look at the games, or I should say the finals. His run in the 2010s is fucking insane. So it's one of them situations where it's like you can't deny son greatness. Like, I don't like how the conversation usually turns into people denying somebody's greatness. Curry right now is the second. When we talk about legacy in playing active players, Curry is right behind LeBron. He's past Durant. So he's right behind, LeBron. But personally, Jordan's the greatest of all time for me. If you look at who was the best basketball player at their best in the history of the game, nobody's peak was better than Jordan. Nobody's peak was better than Jordan, but that's a conversation for a different time. MDJ put 2 on, said, imagine celebrity one-on-one UFC matches. I'd love to see that. MDJ also said, who would win in a boxing match, Russell Westbrook or CP3? To be honest with you, I think Westbrook would actually win because the longer the fight goes, the more it favors Westbrook. And Rondo pieced up CP3. It was only a couple of punches. It was a couple of mink, like he was on the fucking, like he was born on Zoe, the fucking moving elephant. One Piece fans will appreciate that reference. But I'd probably go Russell Westbrook. Oh, did somebody say Len Bias? Edward said Len Bias. Hey, I was actually thinking about that today. And had Len Bias not died, Larry Bird is going down as the greatest player of all time. Well, until, Michael Jordan kind of gets going, because he would have got going in the 90s. Larry's back. Well, if Larry stayed healthy, he probably retires with 6, maybe 7 championships. And if Len Bias never died, good Lord. Good Lord. People overlook Larry Bird. Like, there's so many technicalities in NBA history. There's so many fucking technicalities. I think Jordan would still be Jordan. But, man, I love greatness. If there's anything I can say, I love greatness. I absolutely love greatness. Just Ham said, oh yes, I did see that. MDJ said, thoughts on Ray Allen saying LeBron's not the GOAT. Hey, he just said LeBron's not the GOAT. That's all there is to it. Just because they played together don't mean he got to say he's the greatest of all time. I don't like how people just, so you're going to act like LeBron ain't get you another ring. He just salty because LeBron broke up the Celtics. What are you talking about? I think his argument was flawed, though. Because for him to say, is he the greatest three-point shooter? Is he a greatest free throw shooter? That's a bad metric to determine who's the greatest. If he were to say at the end before walking off, nobody's the greatest of all time. There's only the greatest of their era. You can't say somebody's the greatest player to ever play. Then that's where I say you're right. But for me, as I quantified my statement earlier, when you look at every player's peak, the best, while they were at their best, I don't think there was somebody who was better than Michael Jordan. Did I hear that Claudio is in AEW? Yes, I did, and I'm so happy for that man. Reggie Miller's your favorite player, says Hank Scorpio. Yeah, hey, Reggie was a dog. JT said, what ifs in the NBA would have been great, correct. Todd says Larry Bird is a top 2 shooter all time. As much as I love Larry, and I really do love Larry, I don't think I can put him at 2. I don't think Larry Bird was a better shooter than Reggie Miller. I don't think Larry Bird was a better shooter than, I don't think he is a better shooter than Klay Thompson. I don't think he was a better shooter than Ray Allen and Klay Thompson might be the 2 greatest spot-up shooters of all time, right? But Larry Bird was an absurd shot creator. Like, when we talk about Larry, I think sometimes we get so caught up in shooting, we overlook playmaking. Like, you talk about greatest basketball facilitators, greatest basketball minds, Larry Bird's in that top 5, arguably in that top 3. He's right there with LeBron and Magic. He is right there with those guys. You talk about shot creations, go and watch Larry. Don't watch highlights. Watch Larry Bird game. This motherfucker, because mind you, he could not jump. Larry Bird was a 6'9" motherfucker who struggled dunking. And still, contortion on the basketball. The way we talk about Allen, imagine if Allen Iverson was 6'6". Imagine if Larry Bird could jump. The what? Like I think somebody said it earlier. Let me scroll and find it because I don't want to just say somebody because I know I see in the chat room. On hot mic, where is it? Oh Lord, where is it? Man's just he said the what ifs in NBA is crazy. Where is it? Good Lord, why did I just? Oh Lord, I done missed it. Where is it? Oh, I read it too. It skimmed right past my eye. God, dog. Oh, I'm sick. I had just seen it too. But the what ifs in NBA is crazy, bruh. Ah, there it is. JT said it. JT said it. Yes, indeed. I found it, JT. You said it. I love your profile picture, bro. Diva, Bubba Ray Dudley and that fucking stance is crazy. But somebody said Harden's a better shooter. Stop it. Harden is a volume shooter. Harden will retire with the most threes ever made. He will pass. Oh, actually, no. He's not shooting at the same clip that he was before. But he will retire number 2 all time. He could pass Curry, actually. Because he came into the league, what? A year? Oh, no. He came into the league, shit. Maybe a year after Curry? 2 years? Ooh. It depends. If he returns back to his same 3-point shooting volume, then he'll mess around and pass. But Harden will go down as the second all-time leader in threes made, and with the opportunity to pass Curry. Because at the tail end of his Houston days, Harden was shooting threes like no one. Nobody ever in the history of the game shot 1,000 threes. Harden did that. In fact, I think James Harden shot it twice. I think he shot over 1,000 threes twice. Let me see here, James Harden. Because he shot 1,000 threes. I said, excuse me, when Steph Curry made 800, when he made 400 threes, he only shot 800 something. James Harden shot 1,000 threes how many times? How many times? Yeah, there we go. Once. Yeah, it was in the 19th season. Shot that sumbitch 1,028. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Mans was tripping from 3, bruh. What's wrong with him? Unloading the clip like that. But he's an incredible volume shooting 3-point shooter. Doc said is Kevin Durant coming to Miami and would he pair well with Jimmy Butler? I think he actually would pair well with Jimmy Butler because Jimmy Butler would get the fuck out of his way and Durant would get the fuck out of Jimmy Butler's way. I think they would work very well. Liv Morgan's ex-boyfriend Patuan said, how much was the bet? Oh, no, I just read it. Oh, shit, I'm missing some other donations. Jerome Patuan said, Iverson was better than Jordan. I disagree. Liv Morgan's ex-boyfriend said, you're breaking Brady's knees. You're so sick of him. God damn. Akin Patuan said, to all, what was MJ's weakness? His gambling? That's literally that's what you can give him. You can't say defense. Some people talk about 3-point shot, but understand the 3-point shot during that time wasn't that valuable. It wasn't that valuable because you have to take into account the era they grew up, these players, came up in. You wasn't shooting threes. You were shooting twos. If Michael Jordan was birthed in this generation, forget about it. Thoughts on Tay Conti as a heel? I think ever since she got with, I saw this on Twitter, ever since she got with Sammy Guevara, or I should say ever since they gone public, she's had like 1 television match or some shit like that. That's crazy. It's crazy. What if Shaq ain't get lazy? Correct. How many shoots you getting up to 1,000 threes? Why, Todd said, why are you shooting 1,000 threes? Man, I wish I knew. Oh, how many threes did he make? The 1,000 threes? 378. I believe that's the second most all time. Curry made 402. I believe 378 was the second all time. I believe that he made it. So his percentage was it was like 30 something because I know he wasn't in the 40s. His percentage from 3 was his percentage from 3 that season was 36 and no, pardon me. It was good Lord in heaven. Why did I miss it? His percentage from 3 was 36. He was shooting 36% from 3. He's actually never shot 40% from 3. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. If the Lakers get Kyrie, does the LeBron get another ring? No. The way that team is constructed, they will not win a championship because, for one, Anthony Davis' health has to be taken into account, and two, their bench is god-awful. They need more. Whoa. Let's not say trash. He's not. You shoot 1,000 threes, you make 378. It's not beautiful, but still, Harden is still Harden. He's a hell of a doggone scorer. MDJ said top 5 tight ends all time. I think I did this before, but Tony Gonzalez, Rob Gronkowski, Antonio Gates, Shannon Sharp, and then you'll have Travis Kelce. I keep Kellen Winslow out because he really only had 3 years. And then every other year he was just, good. He wasn't great. Ozzie Newsome was great for his era. John Mackey was good for his era. Mike Ditka was great for his era. I'm forgetting one more guy. Jason Witten. He was good, but he wasn't on the same level of Tony Gonzalez and Antonio Gates in their era. And I believe I said Travis Kelce because I believe Kelce will he will be second all time in yards, maybe even in catches. I don't think he'll catch Gonzalez, but he will pass everybody else in yards. Thoughts on Logan Paul joining the WWE? He is living my dreams, but I'm happy for him. I ain't gonna sit over here and hate. Neon Gohan X. Hey man, how you doing, brother? How you doing? I know it's we now 6 months out. How you doing, brother? I haven't forgotten. I hope everything's all right. What NFL teams look top tier this upcoming year, in my opinion? Sleeper would be the Chargers. The Rams look even better. The Rams look even better. Jesus Christ, there's 2 other teams that look very good that really enhance themselves. Why is Los Angeles and the Chargers the only one that's in my mind? Las Vegas looks very good, but they're not on those top 2 teams that really improved. There's 2 other teams that really improved. Why am I drawing a blank? But I said a blank. Arizona. Arizona. The Bills. Yes, the Bills. And there's one. Denver. Yes, and Denver. The Bills and Denver. Packers. Oh, please. But the Bills and Denver. Yes, that's what we were. Those are the 2 teams that definitely really significantly improved, in my opinion, that can make a lot of noise. Saints, I don't know yet. Miami looks all right, but I want to see what it looks like when it comes together. Miami looks all right, but I want to see what it looks like when it comes together. The Colts are a sleeper, but I'll give them to week 12 because I think if the Colts can, solve their woes from last year, because they started abysmal. If the Colts started the year the way they finished the year, they probably would have been the 2 seed or maybe even the 1 seed. Nobody fucked the beginning of the season like the Colts did. No, pardon me, the Lions did as well. But the Colts, if they can get their fucking head out of their ass, it can work well for them. It can work well for them. Eagles or Cowboys? Well, to be honest with you, I'd actually go Cowboys. Washington did get better. Titans, I'm not sure yet. Worst team is either Jaguars or Lions. I disagree. Worst teams is not Jaguars or Lions. I actually think the Jaguars, I actually have the Jaguars and the Lions messing around and surprising people and making the playoffs. The Jags, I'm still kind of uncertain. The Lions, I believe in my heart, the Lions will make the playoffs. Tampa's going to be Tampa. But the Chargers are sleeper. Tampa's going to be Tampa. The Eagles got better, but not on the level of the Chargers, the Bills, the Broncos. Time will tell. Whoa, Lions win. Yes, AJ, I would love to say the Lions will win the division. Like right here, if I were to tell you who I believe will win each division, in the AFC West, it's going to be the Chargers or the Raiders, but I'm leaning towards the Chargers, right? The Chiefs will still make the playoffs. Truly, I believe every team in the AFC West, with the exception of, good Lord, I've forgotten the lone team in the AFC West outside of Chiefs, Jesus Christ, the Broncos. Damn, the entire AFC West might mess around and make the playoffs. Because there's 3 wild card teams now. The entire AFC West might make the playoffs. It's a possibility. Who knows? But I believe either the Chargers or the Raiders will win the division. The Chiefs will go to the postseason though. Then in the AFC South, I think the Colts will take the reins from the Titans, despite the fact that the Titans missed out on Henry for the second half of the year. But I think the Colts will take that division. In the East, I believe I think the Bengals take a step back. And it's gonna be It really is going to be between the Bengals and the Ravens, but I truly believe in my heart of hearts Pittsburgh will still make noise because of that defense. But I think the division is going to go to either the Ravens or the Bengals. But best believe I'm still pulling for Pittsburgh to win that doggone division. But I believe it truly it'll probably be between Baltimore and Cincinnati. But like I said before, I'm truly optimistic in Pittsburgh to be able to get the doggone job done. The AFC East, the Bills will take that. I did West, North, East, South. NFC East, Washington will surprise people, but I think Dallas will win the division. In the South, Tampa will take that division. The North, Green Bay will still get the job done. I think Green Bay will still get the job done because Rodgers is still Rodgers. He'll find a way. But I think Minnesota won't be so down in the depths like they were. And the Lions will surprise people. But I think Green Bay still wins the doggone division. But, hey, if the Lions mess around and won the division, I'd love that for them. And then, of course, in the NFC East, it's going to be quite the race, but the Rams will win that division. Arizona will do very well this year. Look forward to double-digit wins. And it won't be 10 or 11. It might be 13, 12 or 13. Ravens 52-20 said the AFC North is the toughest to predict. I disagree. The AFC West is the toughest to predict. The AFC West is the toughest to predict. RJ Barrett said people are sleeping on the Steelers because if Kenny Pickett has a Mac Jones rookie year, watch out. That's correct. Correct. Matter of fact, fuck a Mac Jones. If he has a Justin Herbert kind of rookie year, it's because here's the thing, right? Pittsburgh, for one, they have to figure out what the fuck they want to do with Deontay Johnson. But Pittsburgh isn't all that bad because that defense is still good and they're improving. Offensively, they simply did not throw the ball down the field. That's what fucked them. Losing Juju will hurt, but I think picking up George Pickens can definitely aid and even that out. If they throw the ball vertically down the field and Chase Claypool catches those 50-50 balls, a lot of different things happen. Now, I'm not going to be sitting over here with my super bias. They're going to find ways to lose games as they always do, but Pittsburgh was right in the funk in a shit ton of games. All they got to do is fix that fucking first half and keep that momentum of the second half, and now you got a team that can contend. But time will tell. Time will tell. Oh, did I say AFC East? My apologies. I meant West. Sorry about that. Have I seen Miles Morales as Black Thor? No, I have not. I actually did not go and watch Thor yet. Whoa, MF God Doom said Juju is trash. You're from Pittsburgh. Hey, Juju's not trash. Let's not do that. Juju is an exceptional receiver. The problem is when they talk about Juju, they compare him to the number one receivers in the league. He's not that guy. But he's a hell of a doggone receiver. He's a very good, solid receiver. He's not a complimentary number two either. He could be a solidified number two. And truly, I believe he can be a number one. He could be a solid number one, just not a prolific number one. I don't think he's a prolific kind of number one, but he could have been a Hines Ward. And since he signed a one-year deal with Kansas City, I really hope at the conclusion of this year, Pittsburgh makes an offer and get that boy on, get that boy back. Who that for life said, I'm snoring on the Saints as many times as the Saints sat on top. Hey, let me tell you something about the Saints. Here's my only problem with New Orleans is with Sean Payton leaving, that's where my question mark is. It's not the talent on the team. It's now I don't know what the identity of the team is going to be. That's the only thing. I don't know what the identity of the team is going to be. So give me about week 5, and I'll tell you how I feel about New Orleans. Neo X Gohan said top tier teams incoming next year. Rams, of course, even though the Chiefs lost pieces, the Chiefs, whoa, wait a minute. Hold on. You can insert ads now during a live. Hold on. Let me test something real quick. What the fuck does that mean? Insert ads. Hold on. Wait a minute. What's happening? What's happening? Can y'all hit? Wait, what's happening? Hold on. Let me see what's happening. You can insert ads. What does that mean? Is something happening? Is something happening? Y'all see anything happening? What? It says insert ad. I'm so confused. I'm not sure. Oh, no, nothing's happening. Okay, well, fuck that then. That was very weird. I don't know. It just, something popped up. It said you can insert ads. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. But whatever the case is, yeah, but with this upcoming season, top teams, I would still keep the Chiefs, the Rams. I do think the Bengals will take a step back, but you got to give them their respect, so I would throw in the Bengals there. The Bills, Tampa, because you can never go against Tom Brady. Los Angeles looks good on paper, but they've got to prove it. Green Bay, truly, I don't know. The 49ers, I don't know how to feel. I don't know how to feel about the 49ers. I don't know how to feel about the 49ers. Raven said we ain't trying to see Jerk make ads. Whoa, what you talking about? Bengals got to tighten up that O-line. Indeed, they do need to. I believe they actually did. Am I building a fantasy team? Would I choose Aaron Donald or Barry Sanders as my elite player? Aaron Donald. Oh, geez. I love Barry Sanders more than anybody, but I'd probably go Aaron Donald. A defensive tackle at Aaron Donald's, effectiveness is worth more than Barry Sanders at running back. So I would go there. Chris said top 10 QBs. I hate this question. No order. Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Brett Favre. Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Brett Favre, Joe Montana, Dan Marino, Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers. Sorry. Elway. No. Elway. Really the point. Because I know I'm gonna fix the body. It's inevitable of it. Manning, Brady, Elway, Montana, Favre, Marino, Breeze. Aikman, no. Staubach, yes. Rodgers. Can't remember if I said Rodgers. Steve Young. Shit. I said there's no order. Manning, Brady, Montana, Favre, Rodgers, Marino, Elway, Manning, Brady, Montana, Rodgers, Favre, Elway, Marino, Staubach, Breeze, Unitas. Do I want to go Unitas? I might just keep. No, Ben would be Ben would be in the top 15. He wouldn't be in the top 10. I actually would have Ben in front of Aikman. No, Steve McNair's not in that top 10. Warren Moon. If Warren Moon's CFL career is taken into account, then he's in that top 15. He could low-key be in that top 10. But his NFL career, I wouldn't have him in that top 10. Vick, no, I would not have Vick in that top 10. You wildin'. MDJ, put 5 on and say, hey, Adonis, I'm black. My girl is Latina. My mother does not want me to date out of my race. What should I do? If you love her, you tell your mother go fuck herself. I understand wanting to have safety and precaution, but let me tell you something. If that girl treats you well, you treat her well, and y'all got actual genuine love for each other, and you feel like you could build a future with that woman, go tell your mother go fuck herself. Jim Kelly was very good. Jim Kelly was, but that's where it's tough. Bradshaw would be in that top 15 as well because numbers. Namath, motherfuckers look at numbers and they forget the impact. That's the problem. Chad Pennington, McNabb was. Hey, if McNabb won a Super Bowl, like let's go into Super Bowl losers, right? Because let's look at legacies of players that ended up retiring with no Super Bowl that ended up getting fucked because of losing Super Bowls. If McNabb wins a Super Bowl, he's in the Hall of Fame. Right? No, Kurt Warner, I would not have Kurt Warner in that top 15 because Kurt Warner, I've said this time and time again, he had 4.5 good seasons. Arguably 5, but he had 4.5 great seasons. 99, half of 2000, 2001. Half of 7, why did I do this rather than put up the ring fix? Half of 7, 8, 9. That's it. You fuse the 2 halves, that's 1. That's 5 years. But in those 5 years, 3 Super Bowl trips, 2 MVPs. Can't deny it. But that's the problem with the Hall of Fame now because you're letting some cats in. Don't get me wrong. Kurt Warner could play. He's got the accolades. Just like Terrell Davis. Kenny Easley. A lot of guys who got short careers who, they were some dogs, but, you know, it's tough. Archie Manning got fucked. Oh, Steve Young. Would I put Steve Young over Unitas? I think so. But the only problem is I don't wanna phase Unitas out, but I'll leave him in the top 15. I'd put Steve Young there in the 10, and that round at 10. No, Eli Manning, he'd be outside. Eli Manning's the greatest average quarterback of all time. Because he's had Hall of Fame moments. He's not a Hall of Famer. McNabb should have been an MVP. I disagree. Celebrity Short said, think about the outcomes of your lust. Vince Young had potential. Top 10 defensive ends. Reggie White, Jared Allen, Bruce Smith, Deacon Jones. There's no order. Deacon Jones, DeMarcus Ware, Dwight Freeney, Jonathan Mathis. I'm forgetting people. Julius Peppers. I'm forgetting people. Charles Haley. I'm forgetting people. There's somebody else in the 2000s. Jonathan Abraham. J.J. Watt. Forgetting people. No, Warren Sapp is a defensive tackle, please. Dez Bryant. Hey! This motherfucker said Dez Bryant. That's a wide receiver, stupid. Simeon Rice. It's funny. Simeon Rice was in literally the front of my head. I was thinking of everybody but Simeon Rice. Michael Strahan. You see? It's very tough. Wasn't Chris Dolman a defensive, or was he an outside linebacker? Was Chris Dolman a defensive end or outside linebacker? I forget. He was a defensive end / outside linebacker. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, so Chris Dolman. There's a number of guys, man. No, Javon Curse, no. Ryan Kerrigan had potential, but then, you know, Terrell Terrell Suggs is more linebacker than he was defensive end, but Terrell Suggs, if you want to count him there, then yeah. But no, I can't do that. I can't do that. Terrell Suggs wasn't. He was officially a outside linebacker, so I'm not gonna count him. No, he was an outside linebacker. Oh, I forgot he won that championship with the Chiefs. I forgot all about that. Yeah, but yeah, he's a outside linebacker more than he was a defensive end. Primarily a rusher, but still. Jason Taylor, you see, it's forget these. Jim Marshall. There's another motherfucker in the 70s. There's another motherfucker who was a dog in the 70s. Jesus Christ. I'm forgetting these No, John Randall was a defensive tackle. I'm forgetting another. There's two motherfuckers I'm forgetting in this. There's a dude in the 70s and there's another one in the 80s. Why am I forgetting these motherfuckers? No, Merlin Olsen was the defensive tackle. He was not defensive end. Jeez, why am I oh, jeez. Leroy Selman. No, Leroy. I said Robin Mathis. Leroy Selman was a wasn't he a linebacker, outside linebacker for the Buck? Leroy Selman wasn't he an outside linebacker, or was he a defensive end? Oh yeah, he was more of a defensive end. Oh shit, my apologies. Leroy Selman. My apologies, Leroy Selman. Fridge was defensive time, please. Fridge wasn't that. Urlacher was a linebacker. Stop it. No, I said Deacon Jones. Who am I? There's somebody in the 80s. There's one guy in the 80s and two guys in the 70s that is escaping me. Lawrence Taylor was an outside linebacker. This motherfucker said Troy Polamalu. Hey, I'm about to order a hit on this man, dog. Where's Michael Francis and Sammy the Bull when you need him? What's wrong with him? Cameron Jordan working his way there. He will be there. No, wasn't Coleman? Well, Dolman, not Coleman, but best defensive ends. I said Peppers. Alan Page was a defensive tackle, if I'm not mistaken. I did say Dwight Freeney and Robert Mathis. Jack Youngblood. Jack Youngblood was a tackle. What the fuck? Motherfucker said Jack Youngblood. Oh shit! Jack Youngblood. Oh, I'm tripping. Yeah, Jack Youngblood. I'm wilding. I got somebody else in mind. Jack Youngblood. Yes, Jack Youngblood. I'm tripping. I'm thinking. Why the fuck? I thought Jack Youngblood and motherfucking Bruce Matthews came to mind. I'm tripping. Jack Youngblood. Yes. Jack Youngblood. Yes. Thank you. Jack Youngblood. Good Lord, why the fuck did Bruce Matthews popped into my mind? I'm like, what are you talking about? That motherfucker was a tackle. It's Jack Youngblood. I said Dolman. No, not Too Tall Jones. I thought about Too Tall Jones, but not Too Tall Jones. Gastineau, yes, Gastineau, thank you. The fucking Jets. Mark Gastineau, thank you. Good Lord. Mark Gastineau, that motherfucker was a dog. Gastineau. That's who I was thinking about from the goddamn 80s. Ted Hendricks. No. Ted Hendricks was outside linebacker. Hendricks was outside linebacker for the Raiders, was he not? I don't think anybody's blocked more fucking. Well, no. Calais Campbell might have passed him. But was Hendricks a defensive end or was he outside linebacker? No, he was a linebacker. He was a linebacker. It wasn't Too Tall Jones. L.C. Greenwood. L.C. Greenwood, yes. Should have been in the Hall of Fame. There was another guy. Was he for the Cowboys? No. What did Randy White play? Was it? Oh, it might have been Bob Lilly. Hold on, wait a minute. It might have been Bob Lilly. No. Bob Lilly played inside. Was it fucking Randy White or Bob Lilly? Hold on, wait a minute. It's coming back to me now. Was it Randy White or Bob Lilly? Son of a bitch, this guy played inside. God damn it. It escapes me. It escapes me. This motherfucker said Willie Roaf. But no, I already said I said Reggie White. But whatever the case may be. Now we getting off this motherfucker said Devin Hester. I'm about to shoot somebody. I'm a poop in my hand and throw that son bitch at somebody. But nevertheless, shut the fuck up. Unwavering belief is playing. Put 2 on. Said you lit the firework. You son of a bitch. I've been live for over an hour. What am I doing? Merlin Olsen. No, Merlin Olsen played inside. It might have been else. I'll probably throw out LC Greenwood. No, Ryan Kerrigan was very good. He was very good and incredibly underrated. And truly, I believe he's still got a whole lot of game left in him. I can't recall if he's on a team right now or not. But he's a very good football player. But when we talk about greatest, I wouldn't go that far. Ricky Jackson. No, Ricky Jackson played outside linebacker, right? For the Saints. Because he's in the Hall of Fame now. Ricky Jackson played outside linebacker for the Saints, did he not? He played linebacker for the Saints. Howie Long, thank you, son of a bitch. Howie Long. Figured it out. Thank you. Oh my God. Bro. Thank you. That's it for me. It's fucking Howie Long. God damn. Good Lord. I kept having Lyle Alzado face in my goddamn mind. I'm like, it's not this motherfucker here. Juiced up motherfucker here. God damn. Howie Long. God damn. Now, Richard Dent played linebacker, did he not? Am I tripping? Richard Dent played linebacker. God damn. Fucking Howie Long, son. My apologies. Richard Dent played linebacker. He played defensive end. I thought Richard Dent played linebacker. My apologies. Fucking Howie Long. That's the thought. That's the motherfucker who I thought who I had in my mind. No, Hendricks wasn't a tight end. He was a linebacker. Hendricks wasn't a tight end. Tom Ali was good. But yes, Chop said, now switch subject. Chop said, whoa, that's not the subject I want to go to. Chop said, would I rather shit in a toilet full of spiders or piss on a hornet's nest? Would I rather shit in a toilet filled with spiders or piss on a hornet's nest? This is a question for the coalition of men. Because I don't think women would give this. Women would probably go peeing on the hornet's nest because women have a fear of spiders like I've never seen before. But not all women, but vast majority in my experience. Piss on a hornet's nest or shit in a toilet filled with spiders. Oh my. No, I said Reggie White. Oh, I said Reggie. What the fuck is wrong with me? How Haitian am I? Reggie White or Art Donovan. Hey, I used to think Art Donovan was in the Mafia. If I'm not mistaken, this is the Art Donovan who played for the Colts, right? I don't want to get the name wrong. I believe it was the Art Donovan who played for the Colts. Yes, it was. He was even on. See, I know my NFL history. He was on the He used to frequent the show, Johnny Carson. He'd be on Johnny Carson. That man was hilarious. Yes, Art Donovan. I know my NFL history. Shit, man. Oh, speaking of draft bust, it's fucked up to make this transition. If y'all haven't watched Jamarcus Russell episode on the Pivot, please go ahead and watch that. Very good episode. But I will say this about that episode. Jamarcus, I don't like his lack of accountability on the front end of the situations that he was in. Don't get me wrong. It may not have been an environment that was conducive with his growing. However, you have to acknowledge your work ethic was not there. Because The same way that he feels about getting to the NFL and having coaches that he didn't feel like they truly gave a fuck about him. That's the way I felt in college. Now, granted, he was a substantial, way better athlete than I was because I was average at best. But he was exponentially talented, especially at the college level going into the pros. But I didn't like the fact that he did not take accountability on the front end for his, what went wrong. It took Ryan Clark damn near having to drag it out of him, and he still kind of brushed off it. It really bothered me watching. It was a very good episode, but it bothered me because, don't get me wrong, having his uncle go through what the fuck he was going through, losing another uncle, and everything that Jamarcus Russell went through, it gets overshadowed. Richard Seymour was very good as well. It gets overshadowed. However, I did not like the fact that he did not take accountability. Because if he on the front end of everything that went wrong in his career said, I fucked up because I did not practice hard. I didn't game plan the right appropriate way. Despite my environment, I did not go above and beyond to make sure I was prepared. If he started out his argument like that, we'd be good. We'd be gravy. But the fact that they had to drag the accountability out of him and he was still somewhat sideways with that bothered me a little bit. I ain't gonna lie to you. But, hey, Jessica in the building. What's going on? Justin Tone in the house. How am I? I'm doing all right. How you guys doing? But, yeah, it's on the pivot. Ryan Clark, Channing Crowder, Fred Taylor. It's their show. It's their sit-down interview podcast show. I call it more of a show than a podcast, but very good conversations. Go and watch that. And they did an episode with Inky Johnson. Anybody. You got dreams, you got aspirations, you got vision. That's literally everybody. Well, nearly everybody. There's a lot of people out here who lost, don't know what the fuck it is that they want to do. Go watch that sit down with Inky Johnson. I promise you, you'll get motivated, you'll get inspired, you might just shed a tear. I didn't, but still, most people will. Go and watch that episode, man. Overcoming adversity overall. Go watch that episode. The Pivot, they doing magnificent things. But yeah. To answer the question, would I rather shit in a toilet filled with spiders or piss on a hornet's nest? I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. I would rather take a shit on them spiders. I'm taking a shit on them spiders because, for one, I poop faster than I pee. Just a little bit of TMI for you guys. But I think I feel more comfortable. And I think there's more control with me taking the poo on the spiders than peeing on the hornets. Because with the hornets, I think I'll have more anxiety because I can see what's actually happening versus pooping and knowing I can't look and I don't know what's going on. So I think with that, there's a calming factor because I'm a fast pooper. I'm the type of motherfucker, I sit on the toilet, this shit gone, I'm already up. I ain't one of them people who spend time on the toilet all day. I'm there for an hour. I ain't that guy. So I think, no, you can pee in range, but I think I'd rather shit. I'd rather shit because shit fast. I shit fast. I ain't got no problem with that. I shit fast. No, Yurix, I went back to it. I went back to it to answer the question because I don't want to leave the question unanswered, especially if I see it and I acknowledge it, I got to answer it. Prime Cam Newton or prime Michael Vick? From DAO said prime Cam Newton or prime Michael Vick. Comment section, I want to see right, you prime Michael Vick or prime Cam Newton? Me personally, I would actually go prime Michael Vick. I would go prime Michael Vick. Cam won an MVP, but I would go prime Michael Vick. I'd go prime Michael Vick. Because Michael Vick was playing in a defensive era of football still. Cam Newton was doing it in an offensive era. But Cam Newton had better pieces than Michael. Oh, actually, no, I don't think so. No. Because Greg Olsen, way better than Algie Crumpler. Peerless Price. No, Devin Funches wasn't there yet. Philly Brown. Kelvin Benjamin was injured. There was another receiver that I'm forgetting. Jericho Cotchery was there and everything. Peerless Price. I believe Roddy White was there during that time. I would go Vic. Cam fumbled the Super Bowl. I wouldn't go that far. That Denver defense was very good. I'd go prime Vick. Because prime Vick was doing it against better defenses. No disrespect to Cam. Because Cam had a special season. But I'd go Vick. Grumpy said Hornets fly, spiders don't. Shit on the spiders and walk away. Piss on the hornet's nest and they ain't going and you ain't gonna outrun them. Well, fair enough. Good answer, Grumpy. I bet ain't nobody heard the name Philly Brown in years. Oh, wow. Zachary said prime Arian Foster or prime Jamal Anderson. Give me Arian Foster any day of the week. Jamal Anderson was a very good running back for those Falcons, but let me tell you something right now. Arian Foster, he had potential to be incredibly different. Give me Arian Foster. Jay said, would I hit Mae Young from WWE or Rosie O'Donnell? Give me Mae Young. Come on now. You seen Mae Young's photos from her 20s and 30s? Now, if I got to sleep with Mae Young when she old, then give me Rosie O'Donnell, big ass. I'll make it work. Felix said, thoughts on Paul Heyman's promo. Beautiful fucking promo. He's a savant at his job. Jesus Christ, Rosie's a man. God damn. Young Muhuva is ruthless. Kamarka said TJ Duckett. Oh, I haven't heard that name in a while. Do I think John Cena is one of the greatest wrestlers of all time? Yes, indeed. I got to get 1998 Mae Young. Jesus Christ. 1998 Mae Young was 70 years old, if I'm not mistaken. 70-year-old Mae Young or Rosie O'Donnell. Jesus. Hey, listen, give me Rosie O'Donnell because I wouldn't be able to make Mae Young work. It's just I'm not that grandmother shit. It's not happening. I'd have to make it work with Rosie, bro. Paper bag, the aesthetic. Is there an option to just stay at home and masturbate? Maybe castration. Let's not go that far. Oh, God. That's Arden put 2 on it. So how bad does it look if Watson only gets suspended 6 to 8 games while Calvin gets a full season? Ludicrous. That's why I said with Watson needs to be suspended at least a year. Because if you're going to ban Calvin Ridley for the same season for a year, Watson can't see a few games. Give that brother the year and move on. That's what has to happen. At the least a fucking year. Or, here's what you do. Give Watson a year with the opportunity to appeal and then repeal it to 8 games. Give Calvin the opportunity to appeal. Bring that sumbitch down to 4 games. That's your only way to save yourself. Because you gave Calvin a year of suspension, Watson cannot see a suspension less than a year. I said this before. It's crazy for 6 to 8 games, but you had fucking Calvin Ridley a year suspension for gambling. You can't do that in the same season. You look crazy. You may have been able to get away with it in the past, but this, nah, you can't do it. This society, it's not happening. Especially with how much the league has been pandering, you can't do this shit. And rightfully so on many different occasions. Okay, Quentin said prime CJ2K versus prime Reggie Bush. Oh, CJ2K. CJ2K. I'll say this. If the Saints, or I should say, if Sean Payton utilized Reggie Bush the way that he used Alvin Kamara, we wouldn't talk about Reggie Bush the way we talk about Reggie Bush. Motherfuckers call him a bust, regardless of the fact that he's had 10,000 all-purpose yards. Reggie Bush was incredibly effective. The problem was, you look around the league now, there's a bunch of motherfucking Reggie Bushes that are around being utilized the way that they were using him in 2006, 7, 8, 9, 9. Remember, Reggie Bush was a third down back and a gadget back because they had fucking Deuce McAllister as a starter. The same way they were using Chester Taylor in Minnesota behind Adrian Peterson. Reggie Bush was the right man in the wrong era. Reggie Bush comes out of college in this NFL, it's over. You want to know who Reggie Bush is? Christian McCaffrey. You know who Reggie Bush is? Alvin Kamara. Reggie Bush could have been LaDainian Tomlinson if Deuce McAllister wasn't around. But McAllister was. It's an unfortunate situation. Reggie wasn't a bust. He got fucked by circumstance because he went to Detroit and he did all right. He went to Miami. He did okay. Reggie Bush had the last 100-yard game until the dildo Carry-On Johnson, dildo on an airplane Carry-On Johnson, had 100 yards, I believe, 2 years ago. For 6 years, 7 years, the Lions did not have a 100-yard rusher since Reggie Bush. Until the dildo on a plane Carry-On Johnson finally got that for them. Bush had a solid career. Was he the Barry Sanders that people expected him to be? No. But he had a very solid career. He was a victim of circumstance. He had 1,000 yards in Miami, 986 in Miami as well. So that's basically 2,000-yard seasons off by what, 14 yards. Barely got utilized 155 carries in New Orleans his rookie year. 157 carries the second year. That's basically the same, and the production was literally the same. But he had 88 catches his rookie year, 73 catches his second year, 52 his third. Look at the production. The touches go down as the years progress. Now, granted, he played less games, but still. Like, he was a gadget guy. They never gave him an opportunity to be the guy. Hey, Phil said, thoughts on the Epic Fighting Championship so far? I love it. I absolutely love it. It's crazy, but I love it. His name is Carry-On Johnson. He was a running back for the Lions. I actually don't know if he's in the league right now. Let's see. Carry-On Johnson. Where is he at right now? Is he unemployed? He's a free agent. Wow, that's interesting. Nobody gave that brother a chance? Hold on, wait a minute. Was he on a team last year? Because I don't remember ever saying his name in the commentary. That's his college stats. Why don't they have a page for his... Was he on a team last year? He's actually not bad. So he was on the Eagles, the 49ers. Wow, he didn't play a game last year. He played good his rookie year. He started 8 games the second year, and then in 2020 he only started 2 games. Yeah, oh shit. Hey, it looked like it might be clipped for that, brother. Damn. Sorry to hear that. Hey, David Box, hey, cheers to you, brother. UFO Ninja Wade Patoon said, how about Le'Veon Bell new career? We'll see how it pans out. But all right, I don't want to take up too much of y'all time. But hey, we could have some live streams on a weekly basis. Just sit here, shoot the shit. Y'all saw my video earlier. If y'all haven't checked out the video earlier, it is quite interesting. This brother is incredibly inflated. Oh, and shout out to Street Beefs, because first of all, I got to do a better job of tagging. Like, I will say, like, for example, like, even with I hate myself. A little piece of me, I hate myself for the Michael Venom Page video. I had got a couple of clips from the Blazing TV channel, and I didn't shout them out in the video because I figured, yo, they thumbnail is there, people will be able to figure it out. No, you got to shout the motherfuckers out and you got to tag them. So I got to do a better job of tagging motherfuckers, because I'm somebody who wants my credit. So it's stupid for motherfuckers to not get their credit. I'll never block out somebody's @ name, but I can't assume everybody understands, oh, this person's @ name in the video, they're going to go over and, check them out. I got to, assume everybody is a little stupid and fucking put the goddamn tag and the original link to the video in the caption and everything. Anytime somebody hits me up like, hey man, you tag me in the video, I'll never fucking ignore somebody's message or something. I'll always put the shit in there, but I gotta do a better job of that. But not Epic Fighting Championship, but I always say Epic Fighting Championship, but I'm gonna start putting the actual pay-per-view link so people can go ahead and go check that out. But because I always say the channel Epic Fighting Championship, you can find them. I said it so many times, I figured you'd be able to go find it, but I can't tell you how many people are like, yo, where's this from? I said it. But Street Beefs, they actually commented like, yo, where's the link to the original video? So I put it, I tagged it. I'm gonna do more Street Beefs video. I saw a ton of comments of different Street Beefs fighters that have had great highlights. So I gotta go and I check those out. So perhaps these next coming days, I will do just Street Beefs videos so I could get some of that stuff going for you guys, so you guys can see that shit. So yeah, there's that. So Street Beefs commentaries coming soon. There was one more thing. There's a couple of knockouts that I have to do a compilation of because I have a number of knockouts saved on my Instagram, so I'm going to download all of those, put that together, and then put that out there for you guys. Have I seen Dragon Ball Superhero? No, I have not. I have to watch that. I have to watch the My Hero movie that came out, I believe, 2 years ago. I haven't watched that, so I have to go and watch that. And there's also the Konosuba movie. I have to watch that as well. Arden said, how bad does it look? Oh no, I answered that one regarding Watson. And Jesus, Plan B stock is up to shit. But yeah, Street Beef's commentary is coming up real soon, so stay tuned for that. Like the stream if you haven't already. How many likes do we have? We got 768. So everybody hit the like button before we the hell up out of here. How long I've been live? Hour 37 minutes. That's not too bad. Sean Jones for 2-1 said, "What's my favorite Epic Fighting Championship fight that I've done?" I think the one where the dude interfered twice and he tried to drop kick and he got canceled by the referee. I think that one was definitely there. MDJ said, I miss your soup chat. Which one? About your Latina girlfriend? I answered that one. I said, tell your mother go fuck herself. Top 5 tight ends? I answered that one. Oh, there's 2 more, but it says the message was redacted. There's two $2 ones, but it said the message was redacted. I don't know why that was. Take Conti as a heel. I don't mind it, but I just wish she was in more matches. MDJ, pardon me, that's still you. Ray Allen saying that LeBron's the GOAT. I answered that one earlier. Take Bella Twins or the Jillian Hall out the Hall of Fame. I wouldn't take out Bella, and I don't believe that Jillian Hall's in there. Yeah, I think I answered everything else. Alton said, what's the nastiest KO that I've seen in person? In person? Shit. I'm trying to think if I've seen a KO in person. I don't think I have. But I can say I know somebody who knocked somebody out because I went to high school with him. Peyton and probably a couple other people might be the only individuals who were around when I made this video. Because if I'm not mistaken, I made this within the first 10 months, 11 months of my channel's existence. So we're looking at 2016. And I went to high school with this brother. His name is CJ. Yes, indeed, he was a Crip. CJ. Are Crips affiliated with CJ? But yeah, he knocked a motherfucker out when I was in we weren't in high school. This was after high school, but the video was going viral. I should still have the commentary now that I think about it. I'm trying to find it right now. But I remember I said he had a commitment to cancer because the person that he knocked out still held on to his cigarette. So let me see if I still have. Do I still have the knockout? I might still have the knockout. Wait a minute. That's car accident. Do I have it? Shit, I don't think so. Nah, I don't think I got it. Damn, I'm sick. Thought I still had it. Maybe in the download tab. Is it here? No, it's not. Yeah, I thought I had it. I don't think I do. But yeah, but I think that's I can't recall a knockout that I seen in person. It escapes me. It really escapes me. I'll search Chiseled, maybe something pop up because I had a file for that shit. Peyton said, "Oh, that video, yes indeed." Numbnuts Patuan said, "I sent you 2 videos on IG. Send don't know early. Oh, okay. You sent me 2 videos on IG. I'll have to go to IG and check. Let's see here. Did I miss a donation? Oh yes, you tell the young ones how scary good Lawrence Phillip was. Lawrence Phillips was very good, very good. Just Hamp said you bought some merch. That's what's up. Good lord, we're gonna take one more shot. Hey, let me tell you something right now. This Shannon Sharp shit is hitting. I gotta eat some pizza before I go to sleep. Jeffrey said I missed your super chat a little later earlier. Did I? No, I believe I read it. I don't think I missed yours, Jeffrey. I remember reading Jeffrey way early. That was incredibly early. Jeffrey had said, Adrian put 2 on, said, I suplex cradled a guy in a wrestling match once. That's what's up. Hey, I wish I wrestled when I was in high school. My football coach was also my wrestling coach. I say my wrestling coach. I never wrestled. But the football coach was also the wrestling coach. So I kind of wish that I wrestled rather than ran track. I have nothing against running track. I appreciate running track because running track actually helped in me being able to run a 4.51 when I got to college. But and that was my 40 time. That was my fastest 40 time. But I would have much rather played wrestling, and I'm so upset that my high school got rugby after I graduated, because I think if had I played rugby, let's say if rugby was around when I was a freshman, I would have been so much of a better football player, because I always had not a fear of tackling, but I was apprehensive to tackling. Jeffrey had said who's lighting the fireworks, JPP special. Yes, I did see that. Oh, about Lamar being left out of the top 10 list. Oh, okay. I'll say this, Jeffrey. Lamar being left out of the top 10 quarterback list is ludicrous, because I understand he had an injury-riddled season. If I'm not mistaken, he missed the last 6 games, or was it 5? But no, I think it was 6, because they were 8-3, and then they ended 8-9. They ended up with I believe it was a 6-game losing streak. But I think it's ludicrous to not have him there, and I don't like the recency bias. I've said time and time again, when you're ranking motherfuckers for quarterbacks, you need 3 years. Hell, across the league, with the exception of running backs, I think running back is the only position where you have to enter the league in your prime. With the exception of running back. Running back, I think you have to have a 2-year gauge. But every other position, you need at least 3 years to quantify how elite a player is. 1 season is not enough to throw somebody in the top 10. Joe Burrow being at 5 on ESPN list fucking made me gag. I was going to throw up. I don't care that much to throw up, but damn it, I was bothered. So I'm not a fan of that. Would I ever do wrestling highlight commentary? No, because copyright is crazy for wrestling. I don't want to take the chance. We got new champs. Swerve and Lee. Oh, shit. Swerve and Lee won the titles? That's great. K-Dub said NFL posted a vid of Dak doing a hit. Yes, I saved it. I'm waiting for the season. I saved it. First thing that went into my mind was, go ahead, girl. Go ahead, be gone when it comes to the back. Go ahead, we going with it, do it there. That was the first thing that came to the mind when I saw Dak doing the doggone dance. Top 15. Jesus Christ, it's tough. I have to remember all the dog, and I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. This fucking Shannon Sharp liquor is hitting. Oh, if y'all didn't see the presentation a little bit earlier, I bought Shannon Sharp's cognac. It's not bad. Let me make sure that the light isn't reflecting too hard to where I can't see. I bought Shannon Sharp's cognac. The Portier. Not too bad. Pretty good. So if you guys haven't already, I believe it was on Reserve Bar. I think so. But Google Le Portier. Le Portier. I don't know how it's pronounced, but Google it. If you're a cognac drinker, shout out to LaShannon Sharp. Oh! Macho Time is getting married in 2 years. 2 years. Jesus Christ. It's 2 weeks. Shit hitting. In 2 weeks in South Carolina. Guess what? I'm going to my subscriber's wedding. So Macho Time, I will be at your wedding in 2 weeks. I'm flying out, going to South Carolina. I got to support the people who support me. It's only right. So, hey, if anybody else got some big thing coming up and you want to invite me, send me an email. If I'm available, I'll pull up. I'm a man of the people. I will pull up. I promise you I'll pull up. Mr. GH2, put 2 on it. Said, we bringing back the Matt Ryan challenge, right? How we doing that? Oh, yes. I have to figure out how it is that I want to do. I saw in Discord y'all opened up a channel for that. I'll figure out how I want to do it. Of course, it's going to be like a Patreon Discord kind of thing for it. And the way that I see it playing out, most likely it'll have to be a one-use kind of thing because now I've grown in the Jesus Christ. Who is messaging? Oh, that's the unknown Adonis who's sending me a message. Okay. But I've grown an audience, so now it can get a bit overwhelming. I wouldn't want to dominate the video with a reaction, but I have to figure out how it is that I want to do it. But I definitely want to return it for this season. So perhaps the Patreon members might have the leg up on that. So I'll figure out how I wanted to go, but we'll talk about it in Discord. I got to be much more active out there as well. But yeah, I'm popping out to South Carolina, and I'm flying into Charleston, and then I'm driving to is it Columbia? I believe it's Columbia, South Carolina for the wedding. So I will be there for 3 days. I'm landing on the 26th. The wedding is on the 27th. And then the 28th, I'm going to go to a gun range. Macho Time actually sent me an email. I have to respond to it. He sent me an email talking about popping out to a gun range, and also he'll be willing to pick me up from the airport. But I already got I got a car. I rented a car on Toro, so I'll link up with him most likely for the gun range before the wedding. But yeah, so RJ Barnett said, how do you join the Discord? Either become a patron or a member on YouTube, and you'll get access to the link to the Discord. So there is that. I believe the individuals who are gifted access to the membership, I don't know if you guys would get the link or not because it was a gift and it wasn't necessarily a traditional sign up. So I'll figure that out. But yeah, that's how you would become a join the mess around, join the Discord. But let me take a look at the burner Adonis. Let's see here. What was it? Oh yes, the meme tournament is coming up. What am I supposed to do with this Twitter circle? Oh my. Wait, what's going on over here? Dr. Giovanni, 32-year-old anesthesiologist, was caught on a Haiti camp raping pregnant woman. Whoa, during a C-section. Whoa, he ended it. Whoa, what? He did what? Hold on, wait, what? Anesthesiologist did what? Whoa! This motherfucker, your only job was to put somebody to sleep. Shorty having a C-section, you put your dick in him. Dog. Fuckers need dealt with. Are you high? Are you on 14 grams of...
You buy 14 grams of crack. Then you sell it. Then you get a fucking half an ounce.
You need to be dealt with. And there's one person I know who'll take you to the upper room.
Chris! Here comes the United States champion, Chris Justice, Benoit!
Cut that bitch off!
Fucking crazy, bruh. Yo, I'm literally mad right now. Listen, I don't usually get mad on people's behalf, but that shit, that just enraged me, bruh. Why? Why? They had cameras. That's how they found out. They had hidden cameras. That's fucking crazy, bruh. Hit that man with a clubbing blow, followed by another clubbing blow, followed by another clubbing blow, and then another clubbing blow. That's fucking crazy, bruh. Fuck wrong with him. Let's shift gears. But yes, I was at BlurredCon, and it's not gonna be my last con. I was told about this mega convention. So I was about to say MAGA convention, but it's some sort of thing that goes down in DC. It's like another pseudo con. I'm gonna pull up. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna pull up, but I'm gonna try to. And even Comic-Con, I don't know if tickets went on sale or not, but I want to go to more cons, cosplay as more people. But BlurredCon, I think I'm gonna make it a yearly thing in Virginia. So when BlurredCon comes up, I'm fixing to get my tickets, and I'm gonna mess around and participate. Anthony White said, since I'm coming to South Carolina, can we link up with each other? Hey man, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Hey, y'all let me know where. If anything, send me an email rather than a DM, because DMs is very tough these days. I average 80 DMs a day. Now, I know that doesn't sound like much compared to other, motherfuckers, but I don't go through them as much as I did before because I've got to dedicate time towards actually, whether it's researching or recording or getting other things in order. So, send me an email if you guys are in South Carolina, you want to link up or whatever, do like a meetup for subscribe, maybe pop out to like a gun range or some shit like that, maybe go out to eat, something like that. We can make it happen. But yeah, y'all let me know, and we could pop out. Macho Time, hell, he getting married, so something like that. So I'll pull up. But yeah, I'm gonna try to go to as many cons. I wish I could have gone to DreamCon, but I couldn't. But whoa, Nicholas said what? You said you need some meat. You said you need some meat in your mouth. What? What?
Pull over. Pull over.
What do you mean by that? What you talking about? What are you talking about? Hey, listen. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but come on now. What you? Whoa! What you talking about, brother? Man, you better chill. Smithy, put 10 on it. Say, hey, Chiseled, what's up? I saw your post on IG. I need advice on how to handle people stabbing you in the back and spreading rumors about you at work. Thanks, much love. Let me tell you something right now. You can hand out trust, but the only thing that you can control is how you react to things and how you respond to things. So with people stabbing you in the back, all right, cool, fuck them. I'm not saying walk around with an armor that you're like, yo, I'm not gonna put myself out there, or I'm not gonna share, or I'm not gonna, build relationships because there's a possibility that I may get fucked over. Because I myself am struggling with trying to trust people now. But the only thing you can do is control how you respond. People will stab you in the back, all right, cool, fuck you then, and move on from there. You gotta take it on the chin and fucking move on. That's the only way that you can navigate through life. Because if you move through life on defense mode, you ain't gonna get places. You'll be comfortable, but you won't really be able to grasp the essence of life. So truly, the only thing I can tell you is control how you react to it. It is what it is. Hey, guess what? That person, they just weren't for you. Individuals stab you in the back, all right, cool. I wasn't supposed to build or cultivate a relationship with you. All right, cool. Hey, you stab me in the back. Hey, it's all love. This is just the way that you navigate through life. I don't carry myself in that manner. You do? All right, cool. That's the way that you're going to move? No problem. It's all love. You got to carry yourself with grace. That's the only way. That's the only way. Whatever hate or anything that you can harbor inside of your heart, you got to let that shit go. But truly, that's the only way. People are going to stab you in the back in life. That's just the nature of the game. That's just how it is. People are going to let you down. People are not going to be able to come through. That's just the nature of the game. You can only control how you react to things. So that's it. That's all I can tell you there. OG King Pablo put 2 on said, I'm finna eat My inner Chris. Wait. Oh, you about to enter your inner Chris? Okay, I thought you said you finna eat because now that dude messed me up talking about we over here talking about he needs some meat. What's wrong with him? Not that there's anything wrong with that, but Peyton said it's 10:13 on the East Coast right now, but 14 minutes it'll be 10:20. What? Is that right? That's bizarre. Anthony White said, what's my email? ChiseledAdonis@gmail.com. Fun fact, I'm trying to fucking buy back my fucking domain name right now. It expires today, but for whatever reason, I cannot purchase it. Very confused. Very confused. Oh, don't do that, Kanye West. He's a gay fish. He ain't nothing but a gay fish. Yes. But before I get up out of here, I will give you guys a toast. Well, Demon said, what if the hate fuels you? Hey, if you thrive off negativity, they ain't so much. Hate can fuel you, but don't let it be the sole reason, your sole motivation. Because look at it like this, right? I remember I was there's a CEO that I had connected with. This man did $150 million in sales. And he said what he did was write down the names of people who doubted him and what they said. And he would look at those names every fucking day for 6 years. That's incredibly unhealthy. But if it gets you out of the bed and gets you moving productive, I'm all for it. The only problem is that can't be your only source of motivation. That can't be your only source of stick-to-itiveness and consistency. That can't be it. Because it can't be based in hate. The hate will get you out of your bed and I'll get you ready to fucking go. But that can't last. It's not substantial. It's not something that can, be around for a period of time. There's going to come a point where you actually find the love. So there's that. Skin Fetish put 20 on it. Said, just want to tell the chat that you're all beautiful and loved. Hey, man, that's beautiful. Stay on till 10:27. I don't know about all that. Baramacha said, hey, Chiseled, been watching your videos since the Dion Lewis /Poya Stiffo. God damn, that's love. We'll only use this app for your content. Thank you for the years of vids. Nancy can eat a dick. Hey, I love that. I appreciate that. Fun fact, I was walking in, no. This was in Flatbush. I thought for a second it was in Virginia, but it was in Flatbush. It was before I left. I had seen somebody spray painted on the water, like the water, where they the fire hydrants are, and then they have those water reserve things. If you're a New Yorker, somebody had spray painted fuck Nancy. It was like Nancy's a bitch or fuck Nancy. It was one of the two, but I think it was actually Nancy's a bitch. I was going to take a photo of it, but I was walking and I didn't want to break stride. I'm one of those old guys like that, like, this is too much effort. I think I'm okay on that. But I had seen it and I laughed. I chuckled. I felt like somebody did that for me. Whatever the case is, there's that. Dread King said, yo, you should have smoked a cigar on this live. Maybe I should have. Actually, do I have my cigar in my bag? Because I took a cigar to Virginia, but I didn't smoke it. But no, I put it back. But I'm not even an avid cigar smoker. I'll tell you right now, I'll probably have like 3 cigars a year. And I literally only started when I went to Puerto Rico in 2020. And last year, I think I had maybe 2 cigars, and I didn't even smoke the first cigar right. So I'm trying to get more into cigars, but I ain't going to be no fucking Michael Jordan. I'll smoke a cigar every day. I'm only going to do like once a quarter. You'll have a max of maybe 4. I ain't going to be that guy who's smoking cigars and all that other shit. But I do like the feel and the actual ambiance of smoking a cigar. I had one on Memorial Day. That was pretty doggone calm. But there was that. Yes, I was in Virginia for BlurredCon this past weekend. Keisha put 8 on it. Much love. But yeah, Maine said, how old is he? Y'all talk about he old. Well, there's only one way, and I think I could close out the stream with it. There's only one way to describe how old I am. Let's just say last month was indeed the celebration of my birth. And I am no longer a particular age. That age is what?
27.
In case you don't understand English, I'm no longer that particular age, and that age was what?
27.
And if you would like to hear the translation in multiple different languages, I'm no longer this particular age. I've evolved into a level 28 Pokemon, but I was once level what in every language?
27.
27.
27,
27.
27, 27, 27, 27,
27, 17,
27,
27,
27,
27, 27,
27,
27.
And set.
Then set Arif. Yes, I appreciate that big love and support. You know, that's funny. A lot of people are still getting views on that trans video. And you know what? I take back absolutely nothing. I had a feeling down the line something like that would mess around and probably catch traction, but I have not changed my views. It bothers me. It really does. The fact that homie literally just said, yeah, I'm a woman, changed nothing about them, and still was upset that people would view and identify them with the male. That doesn't make sense. That's what really drives me up a wall. But I'll talk about it in stand-up rather than regular. But yes, I'm 28 years old. That's that's how old I am. A lot of people believe I am older. I look older. Somebody had said I looked younger. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. But I'm 28 years old. Relatively young per se, but I consider myself quite the older individual. Yes, Peyton, I did not use the updated version yet. I didn't I have it downloaded, but I did not put it into the OBS yet, but I will. But yeah, Uno said I'm well put together for 27. You trying to get like me? Hey man, hey, listen, let me tell you something right now. It's perseverance, and I live my life by the 3 C's. Commit to the commitment of consistency, and you'll be all right. That's all it comes down to. You just gotta grind, bruh. That's all it comes down to. You find something, you find your passion, and you fucking chase it. You make it happen. And I've said this time and time again. I was actually thinking about this all week. So you know what? Maybe I'll stay on until 10:27, and then I'll get up out of here. So 7 more minutes. But I'll tell you a little story. It's not necessarily a story time per se. So don't perk up like you about to get some phenomenal doggone story. But it's what motivates me, because I'm a guy, and this is how the Chiseled Adonis became the Chiseled Adonis, right? Not the origin of the name. I've told that story before. But I'm a guy who lost at every stage in life. Like, you talk about somebody who tried to win, like whether it was sports, whether it was school, whether it was with relationship, whether it was with family. I lost at every single stage. I'm a guy who in high school, I was one of those kids with bright eyes, right? Like, you like, hey man, I play high school football, I'll be able to get somewhere, right? And when I got to high school, I played on JV, and I took my freshman year. It was my only year I ever played on JV. But I played in JV, and I took myself, I don't want to say I took myself so seriously, but I carried myself like I was a professional. Like, I took practice incredibly seriously. I took games incredibly seriously. But the problem that I always had was I had no issue with constructive criticism. My problem was I never got positive reinforcement. And this all ranges back to like childhood. If there's anything that you learn about navigating through adulthood, is your childhood traumas will always be incredibly prevalent in how you mature as an adult. A lot of times as adults, we're trying to correct our childhood traumas and our generational curses. I don't really like generational curses so much, because I feel like that puts way too much pressure on somebody's shoulders. But your childhood trauma, you try to fucking correct that shit, right? So when I was 14, when I was 15, I was a kid that never got positive reinforcement from my parents. Whenever I did something wrong, everybody was on me. Whenever I did something right, I never was congratulated. So I was always one of those damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of people. And if I ever made a mistake, that shit fucked with me, right? So we conclude JV season. It was a decent season per se, but we lost 7 games. We won 1 game by forfeit, which is pretty much a bye week because the other team didn't have enough players. So for all intents and purposes, we were 1-7. We won our last game of the season, and that was it. So we was literally losing everything, and then we finally won the last game of the season, right? Then going into sophomore year, there was 5 freshmen / 6 really, but freshmen / sophomores on varsity, right? We had one of my old junior high school friends. He came in as a freshman, immediately got elevated to varsity. And then I had three other teammates that had just joined the team, immediately went to varsity. And then one of my teammates who played on JV with me, he actually played professional in Germany. Shout out to Anthony Mella. He actually got his own channel as well. I forget what the name is, but if you were to type in Anthony Mella, you might just find him. But shout out to him. That's my dog. We don't talk as much now, but that's my dog for life. But he moved up to varsity as well. I'll never forget, my coach was like, yo, you want to be on JV? You want to be on JV? You want to be on JV? You still want to hang out with the JV guys? Because all of my friends, we are all sophomores going into sophomore year. So I'm hanging out with the sophomore people, and all the coaches like, yo, you okay, if you want to be on JV, that's your business. So they're like trying to motivate me, but I'm taking it as shame. Like, yo, you think I can't play at this level? So I work my ass off. I make it to varsity, but I'm primarily a special teams guy. And I'm like on the third string at defensive back, right? Fast forward, and that's where I was sophomore year. I played in special teams. I did all right in special teams. Laid a couple of people out, but it was never like I was never an exponential player. And then going into junior year, I recall writing down in my goal book, I'm like, yo, I want to catch the most interceptions because I was going to start. Like, they put my name in the newspaper after Big Apple if you're in New York. Now, it was nothing prominent. Like, yo, this is somebody you got to watch out for. They just put my name amongst, like, key players going into the junior year. And I'm like, oh, my God, hey, I finally arrived. I'm here. I only gave up 6 catches all year. 4 of them touchdowns, one a 50-yard catch that went to the 1-yard line, and then another, like, 9-yard gain, right? The problem that happened was, and mind, it wasn't like throwing a ton. Don't make it seem like it's greater than what it is. But what bothered me was anytime I made a mistake, my teammates, my coaches made it seem like it was the end of the fucking world. I felt like I wasn't granted the same grace that my teammates was, and that shit fucking killed me. All while this is happening, my father was in the hospital on 2 different stints. My father actually fell into a coma and died for 14 minutes. He died for 14 minutes when I was in 8th grade. Right, and I never cultivated a relationship with my father. Like, my father is active. Like, my parents have been married for 33 years this year, right? Actually, no, 34 years this year. No, it is 33, 89. So, but me and my father, he was kind of just the authoritarian kind of parent. But when he nearly died, we built a relationship. So I'm like, yo, I want to make him proud. Going into my junior year, I made him a promise. I said, yo, I'm gonna get myself together in this football shit, and I'm gonna retire you. I'm gonna make it to the NFL. I'm gonna retire you. And he was like, oh yeah, okay. And we were sitting on the porch, right? So junior year, we go into the season. I'm starting at cornerback, not having the best season, right? Only gave up, like I said, 6 passes, but 4 with touchdowns. 2, one was like a 50-yard bomb, and then another was like a 9-yard reception. But I felt like absolute shit the entire season because I'm in my head. My father went back into the hospital, so I'm like, shit, I might mess around and, lose my pops. And I'm still trying to process all this. I'm still not getting any positive reinforcement. Then all of the junior, and mind you, my upperclassmen were fucking assholes, bro. And I don't want to say I was bullied. I wasn't necessarily bullied, but I endured a lot of verbal. It was never really on a physical level outside of junior high school, but I endured verbal punishment without retaliation because I wouldn't want to put more stress on my pops. Like, a lot of people, they were like, yo, man, this guy kind of so. But I had moments where I snapped. Like, I had a couple of fights in high school. But on a smaller scale, it was never anything that was big. But, oh, shit, we had 10:27. I'm still going with the doggone story time. But it was never – because I never wanted to put more stress on my pops, right? So fast forward to senior year, and I remember laying on – and we had an 18-game losing streak. We went 0-9 my sophomore year. We started 0-8 my junior year. That's 18 straight. And counting back to my freshman year – the varsity team, they won the last game of the season. They lost the playoff game. So it's an 18-game losing streak from the playoff game my freshman year up until the final game of the season my junior. 18 straight fucking games we lost. Straight up loser, right? And I'm optimistic every game. We prepare like we're going to fucking win. And I always go into every game like, yo, we going to fucking win. And we fucking didn't. We won the last game of the season. And I'm watching the seniors, like, celebrate because, hey, at least you're going out with a win. We won an 8, but you going out with a win. And I'm laying there, and I'll never forget. Me and my teammate, my workout partner, not till this day, he in St. Lucia. Shout out to Mr. Rachel World. He don't make content no more, but That's my guy. And we were sitting on the field and we were like, yo, next year's gonna be our fucking year, man. It's gonna be our fucking year. And when I tell you, I was the kid who put so much, like, Vegeta's my favorite character in Dragon Ball Z. When I tell you I'm fucking Vegeta, I would work out numerous times throughout the day. I'm in my basement until 3 a.m. doing fucking drills, bleeding, sweating. And when I tell you I'm bleeding, I kid you not. Like, I'm the dude who's fucking hitting against the wall until my forearm the skin is coming off, just trying to get fucking better. Going to senior year, we moved down to this division. Shit, man, this is getting me. This fucking getting me. Let me read the donation. Chevron put 20 on it. Said, "You're what's good? Won't be able to listen to the stream tonight, but I want to drop a quick donation. Also, what's the update with the comedy shows this summer? Trying to pull up and support a brother. Hey, I'll keep you guys posted. Right now, I ain't got nothing lined up. I gotta figure out how I want to make it work. I really want to come back to the stage this year, but we'll see. Maybe in the fall. But the senior, I'm in the basement. I'm just prepared because I know I seen it. For 3 years, I seen seniors all go out crying. I'm like, yo, I don't want this to be my fate. We go down a division. And we playing now. We go into the season. I'll never fucking forget this. Opening game. We're playing. We win the opening game, but on the touchdown that put us up by 3 scores, Brent, remember my workout partner, the running back, the same guy that I was laying on the field with, saying, yo, next year gonna be our year. We not gonna fucking lose. He runs into the end zone, he scores. It's me, and we used to call him Deadeye because he had a lazy eye. He went to the Army. Dexter, big shout out to him. I still follow him on Instagram. And we were running. We like, yo, we really won. Like, we about to win. We never won our opening game. We start out the season 5-0. We go to Beach Channel. They were fucking, they were ranked the #1 team in our division. We beat them motherfuckers. We undefeated. Brent breaks his hand. We lose 2 games in a row. My junior high school elementary rival, he beats us, right? And when we played Madison. So now we 5-2. We win the last 2 games of the season. We go into the playoffs. And this right here, because reality started setting, because they picked against us, right? They picked against us. And reality setting like, yo, this could be our last game. This could be it. And remember, I told my father, yo, I'm gonna make it to the NFL. I'm gonna get offers. I have no offers. I got nothing. Right? So I'm like, yo, if I'm going to go out, I'm going to go out on fucking top. Like, there's no fucking way. We go into the game. I have the game of my fucking life. I had like, what is this? I think I had like 12 tackles. I didn't have like the forced fumble because a couple weeks prior, we had played in the snow. It was my only snow game. I had 2 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries. I could have returned one for a touchdown, but I fucking slipped on the goddamn ice. So I ended up not getting any goddamn, any recovery yards. But I'm tackling motherfuckers left and right, and I'll never forget. We on the field, and I told Mist, and I said, "Yo," and it's 13-12. They recover an onside kick, and it's their final drive. I remember this shit vividly. Oh man, shit. And we gotta defend, and I'm talking to Mist. He's a cornerback. I'm playing safety at this time. I close my eyes because I'm envisioning it. And I'm in the huddle. I can see this shit right now. I'm like, yo, he gonna throw the ball. It's gonna be either me or you. Man, we break the huddle. He throws the ball. Misses there. He catches the interception. We win the playoff game. Mind you, everybody said we was gonna lose everything. I never in my life ever cried tears of joy. This was the happiest day of my life till this day. And I'm like, yo, it was the first time I ever truly believed that we would go all the way. Right? Fast forward, I'm crying tears of joy. My homegirl that I go to all the fucking wrestling events with, I see her after the game. I run into a fucking, like, this like a movie embrace. Like, yo, we fucking, yo, we gonna go all the way. We gonna do everything. Very next week, we go to Queens. We play against August Martin. We go down 19-0, and this is one of the reasons why I can't watch Friday Night Lights till this day. We go down 19-0. I have my first, mind you, all high school, I played wide receiver, everything. They never fucking threw me the ball. Caught the ball, 38-yard reception. Took 5 motherfuckers to take me down. I had like 6 yards of yak. I carried the ball. I'm like, yeah, I ain't taking me down. I got the ball, yeah. But, we down 19-0. We come all the way back. We down by 1. It's 27-26. When you talk about, I gave a speech at halftime. It wasn't a big speech. I'm like, yo, fam, this is it. Like, we got our back against the wall. This is it. We got to make a comeback, right? We come all the way back. It's 27-26. The same scenario from the last week, but it never played out in my mind. Like I wasn't thinking about it. We kick an onside kick, and mind you, the week prior we were winning 13-6. They started making a comeback, but this time we were losing 19-0. We came all the way back. We down by 1. We kick an onside kick. We recover it. We run a play. We pick up a first down. There's 1:34 left on the clock. No. At this point, I think it was 34 seconds that was left, if I'm not mistaken. It was either 1:34 or 34 seconds remaining. We break the huddle, and then now I'm looking at it like, yo, this is my chance. I'm running a post, and then my Mela is running like a drag. It's like a 10-yard in. Quarterback, and our quarterback, he tore his ACL, but then I still believe we still would have been able to go all the way. Mans throws an interception into triple coverage. I'm wide open. I ran the route so crisp. The corner stepped off. I'm 5 yards open. I don't have the film anymore, but golly, I wish I did. I'm 5 yards open. I'm watching this develop. He catches the pick. When I tell you everything stopped, that's the lowest moment in my life, the worst day of my life, the lowest moment, because there was so much that went into that season, right? Remember, I'm in the basement. I'm working on drills, doing everything, bleeding, sweating. I wasn't so much crying at that point, right? All through the year, I'm doing double workouts. I'm doing everything, right? Fast forward to this fucking moment. We lose, and I'll never fucking forget this, because remember, if for those of you who played, high school sports, there's a when you go to camp or something, they always honor the seniors who did it. I was a guy who was on the first day freshman year, I was there. The last day senior year, I was there. I was there for literally everything. When we took a senior lap my senior year, I was emotional going on the lap because I remembered everything we went through. A reason why I cherish high school so much more than colleges. College, everybody looking for individual sort of thing. High school, you bonded with motherfuckers for 4 years. I'm like, yo, we went through all this shit together. This is the first time in my life I ever felt like something was actually going to go right for me. And we lost. So everything, I'm not even going to have to talk about college because that's a different conversation, but everything lost, right? This man Marv said that's where he shined. The only thing you ever did in high school was shine shoes, brother. Get your fucking soapbox. We lost, right? And I'm standing there and I'm just saying no because there's weight of it, because this meant more to me than anybody. Like for most people, this is high school, but this is life. This is literally life. I've lost at everything in life. This is the first time I ever believed in myself. Fast forward, we lose, right? I'm sitting over there. I can't take nothing. I'm crying all night. I went into the fucking house. I got home, right? And I know I'm fast forwarding through a lot of things because this is a very detailed story. I get home to my house. I got tears in my. I haven't stopped crying since mind you, we played an away game. I cried from the bus ride from Queens to Coney Island, Brooklyn. The train ride. Or I should say, getting undressed, taking off my pads, cried from that point to the train ride, bus ride to my house, to walking through the door. I cried for maybe 2 hours and 30 minutes. That's 150 minutes. Tears did not. I promise you, I was dehydrated. I was losing my shit because this was everything to me, right? I walked through the door, and I remember this vividly. My mother, she was she still till this day, incredibly pessimistic individual. She's like, "Oh, you guys lost?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh, that's good. Now you can go to church on Sundays because the playoff games is on Sundays." When I never felt rage like that in my life. I never felt rage like that in my life. That's my lowest moment in my life. My mom's wasn't there for me. She was happy because now I can go to church on Sunday. My pops, he was at work. Homie came back from work, right? And then I told him, like, yeah, man, I lost. I couldn't get it done. And he looked at me. He's like, hey, you know what? It's all right. You know what? You can't win everything. Moved on with the rest of his day, right? But going into college, of course, there was no office. I had to pretty much try to walk on at a JUCO, played a little bit here and there. But what stuck out to me was going into my junior year, that promise I made my dad. I said, yo, I'm going to retire you. 2016, I'm going to get to the NFL. I'm going to make it. Because I'm a guy who didn't necessarily have the athletic talent. I had all of the passion and the work ethic. I didn't have the talent. It wasn't there. But I'm a dude who believed I could overcome. It didn't happen. I failed. A lot of people call their shot. They have dreams. They have goals. And they fail, and it's all gravy. For me, that was everything. My pop's retiring at the end of this year. I couldn't retire my father. That shit eats at me. If you wonder what motivates me to record a video damn near every day, go live for 5 hours when I was going live before, do all this stuff, I made a promise on a porch wholeheartedly with my soul. I told him, I looked my dad in my eye. I didn't know if he would still live because I was incredibly fearful that he would die. I looked him in his eyes. I said, yo, I'm going to retire you, and I failed. Till this day, I still can't do it. I failed. That's what drives me. I lost at every aspect in life. So when I decided to get into comedy, and I said, yo, I'm going to do stand-up. I'm going to do fucking social media. I can't allow myself to fail. I refuse to fail because I remember what failure felt like, to tie all this together. That's what drives me. Because a lot of people, like, you're a failed athlete, whether it's high school or college, but a lot of times they're like, hey, you know what, I just didn't have what it takes. But for me, that was everything. That was it. Like, I'm not one of those guys who peaked in high school. Like, I'm literally still pushing my peak higher and higher as I grow. But that shit right there, that was everything. Because, although I didn't mention, with my brother, the unknown Adonis, my friends, I did all of this shit because my one goal in life is I want to be able, the only reason why I want money is to make sure my friends is good. My immediate family and my friends. I got one cousin. I got my uncle, Pseudo, my godmother, my brother, the unknown Adonis, who's pretty much my brother as well, my parents, and all of my immediate friends. That's the only reason why I want bread. So they good. Fuck what I got going on. So they good. That's the only thing I want. And me looking my pops in my, till this day, to him it's no big deal. But to me that was everything. I said I'm going to retire you and I fucking failed. So the only thing I can do is make, if I can get to a point where I can make enough money, pay off the mortgage, get somewhere, that's the only thing that I'm trying to do. That's it. Because that shit meant something to me, and that put a drive in me like no other, because I think back to that moment. I remember what that felt like, because that was my world, and it fucking failed. A lot of people, they talk about their accolades. I'm a guy who, I put in the work, I had all of the passion, and I just did not have what it took. And I fucking failed. That shit murdered me, bruh. Dave Chappelle, the god of comedy. Hey, fair enough. That shit eats away at me on a daily basis, but it keeps me grounded because I remember it's like, hey, you know what? Don't focus on the past. Look at the future. See where you can go. See where you can, where you can, continue to grow, where you can continue to get better, where you can continue to expand and reach your peak and where you can get to. That's what matters most to me. Because it's not necessarily a fear of failure. It's not. I wouldn't say it's necessarily a fear of failure. Like now, when I fail, I run straight into it. But I never want to be the guy who didn't bet on myself and gave it my all. Because you're gonna fail. You're gonna have your lumps. But it's just how you overcome. It's how you endure. And there was a moment in that final game, and I touched over it, but it was the most poignant, most important moment in my entire life. And I think I may have talked about it before. To tie all this together, and then I'll close it out because I'm 15 minutes over when I initially wanted to end it. But there was a moment in the game when we were making a comeback, and this was right before we were tied at I believe this was the final. No, this was in the third quarter. So this is before we were losing 20. No, this is a punt return. Yeah, it is right before before Mela caught the punt, took the knee on the 1 yard line. There was a third down. And this was the turning point for me. Marvin, if you're still in the comment section, you'll tell the people this is what I had. This is actually the turning point and one of the biggest moments in my life. There was a third down, and I'll never forget. We had a teammate called his name was Matthew, but we used to call him Stale Piece because it's fucked up. But he looked like a stale piece of shit. That was literally the goal. We called this man stale piece. It's incredibly fucked up. High school kids can be incredibly cruel. I hope that brother's all right. But we used to call him stale piece, and I'll never forget because the starting defensive end was out due to injury. And I remember I did my film study. They ran this play earlier in the game. I knew exactly what was coming. They wanted it was like Clay Matthews and Cam Newton. Oh, they about to run that wheel route. They run the real route. It was trips to the left. I'm on the weak side. And I knew the play. And when they came out, I said, yo, Matt, wait a minute. So they came out in their personnel. They did the and I talked to Matt. I went up to Matthew and I pulled him back because the quarterback is still like getting set. So I know he's not going to call hike immediately. So I'm like, yo, you think I should blitz? Because they about to run the wheel on the strong side. They don't got nothing going on the weak side. The wide receiver here, the X here, he ain't going to do shit because he already got a fucked up ankle. All he going to do is try to, do a bullshit fade, but he's not going to run it hard. Nothing's happening on the weak side. You think I should blitz? He's like, yo, I don't know. Coach got you dropping in coverage. I don't know if you should. And in that moment, everything in my soul told me to blitz. I didn't do it. I didn't bet on myself. I stayed comfortable. And you know what's funny? While I was talking to him, you know what was replaying in my mind? Remember in 2010 with Troy Polamalu blitz and then he sacked Joe Flacco, but he chopped the ball out of his hand. They got the fumble recovery. I believe it was Lamar Woodley who picked it up. They ended up Pittsburgh got the ball back. They went down the field. They won the doggone game. That shit was running through my damn mind. And that's what separates good from great players. It's instinct. And I'm like, yo, blitz. Everything in my soul is telling me blitz, blitz, blitz. It's third and long. I don't do it. I count. The quarterback ends up taking the snap. Pressure comes. He rolls to his right. Holds the ball for 7 seconds. Throws the ball. It's out of bounds. They end up punting. Mella took the punt on the 1 yard line. He took the punt on the 1 yard line. We throw a pick 6. Then they have 27. We go down. We score. We then get 20. We score again in the fourth quarter. We get 26. We fail on the 2-point conversion to take the lead. Kick the onside kick. Get it back. Interception happens. I stand there. We lose. Don't go on to the championship, right? I think about that fucking moment every day. I think about that every day. If I bet on myself and I fucking blitz, I could have got there. That was the last time ever in my life I ever didn't bet on myself. Or I should say that I didn't go with what my gut feeling was. That shit fucking, that shit eats away at me every fucking day. Eats away at me every goddamn day. That is the motivational portion that if I have a thought, if I feel it in my gut, I got to do it. I'm not going against my. I refuse. I refuse to not do it. Should have did it. She eats away at me. I even spoke to the coaches even after, like, yeah, you know what? It was actually the safe decision that you didn't go. But then I'll never forget Marinello. He had told me, that was my defensive coordinator. That's my guy till this fucking day. He had said, you know what? If you felt it in your gut, should have did it. So you know what? You're right. Right. That shit eats away at me till this day. That is the biggest fucking motivational tool to me at this point. If I feel it in my gut, I got to fucking do it. When I was doing stand-up and I was getting in front of fucking rowdy crowds and motherfuckers who don't really fuck with you or they don't really care what you got going on and all this other shit, fuck it. Go up there, do it. If you bomb, you bomb. Fuck it. So that drove me till this fucking day. That drove me till this fucking day. And that's why I'm the man that I am now. And how did that affect my confidence? I had to grow my confidence because I wasn't a very confident kid. I wasn't a very confident man, per se. But I had to grow that confidence. I had to look myself in the mirror and say, no, you the fucking man. I always make the joke, that Chris Brown song, bitch, I'm the man. Ho, I'm the man. You know I'm the man. Bitch, I'm the man. Ho, I'm the man. Like, look yourself in the mirror and tell you, no. I'm that motherfucker. I'm that motherfucker. Look yourself in the mirror and have that confidence in yourself. You got to build that shit. I was the guy who would, hey, I wasn't always great women. I'm great women now. Well, I wasn't always great women. You know, I had to work at that shit. Go outside, get curved. Take that shit on the fucking chin. Oh, I don't like you. You ugly. Okay, all right, cool. Oh, I don't really like you like that. You don't dress. You dress kind of weird. Okay, cool. I don't like it like that. Your view, you know, your likes and your hobbies kind of weird. All right, cool. Take that shit on the chin, smile, nod. It may hurt, but you gotta roll with that shit. You gotta go through all the fucking adversity, all that. I walked through all that fucking shit. That's why I'm so proud of the man I am now, because I did the work. It wasn't like I was always this motherfucker. I wasn't always this motherfucker. I had some dark days, but you gotta fight through that shit. Life is tough. I'm not somebody who sit over here and, you know, smile at my accomplishment or whatever. But I can't tell you. I can't count on my hands. I promise you I can't. How many motherfuckers have messaged me talking about they've been going through some dark days. They were watching my videos. And I'll sit here like, what? You watched my videos and that brought you out of you battling depression? My videos was a distraction? I had 3 people in the Army talk about they thought about offing themselves. They watched my videos and they was able to find them. They was able to find peace. They was able to find themselves back to their center where they got out of them. I'm like, what? I'm sitting here saying, what? This don't make sense. But I recognize there's power in that. Now, granted, it may just be, you know, making jokes and, you know, just something, a distraction for a small period of time. But, hey, man, listen. Everybody go through hardship in life. You got to be able to empathize. You got to be able to sympathize. You got to be able to, you know, be able to connect with those individuals. But hey, man, listen, you're not alone. You're not the only person going through this shit. Life ain't easy. Everybody ain't got shit together. You think because you see a motherfucker on YouTube with 500,000 subscribers, I got life together? Fuck no, I don't. I couldn't retire my pops. That shit bothers me. My mother's a narcissist. That shit bothers me. My brother overweight, refused to fucking lose the weight. That bothers me. Unknown Adonis is defiant despite the fact that his health could mess around and kill him. That shit bothers me. But I fight through that shit on a day to fucking day. Because I know I'm destined to do some shit. And I refuse to stop myself from getting there. So come hell or high water, I'm going to fight. I ain't going to quit. And y'all shouldn't either. But ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you guys tuning into the doggone stream. I don't know where the fuck we went these last 30 minutes. I don't know how we got here. But I remember it was at 10:20 that we done started. I don't know how the fuck we went 30 minutes on some motivational tip. If you got something out of there, hey man, kudos to you. If you didn't, I hope you can find something to go back and, you know, channel something inside of you. But I appreciate you guys tuning into the doggone stream. Ken 10 for 5 on it said previously, Quello I Stick, you should watch Legend of Dragon Ball Tale live on stream. Is the best fan animation of all time. I'll have to check that out. But and there was somebody else on Hot Mic who done put something on it. Let me go and check Hot Mic. I know somebody done put something on it on Hot Mic as well. Make sure I don't miss it. Steph No Curry put 2 on said make money playing flag football if you're interested in passing. You travel a lot. You'll be way better than a lot of guys who win tournaments. Never give up, brother, until you die. Well, that's the only thing, because I found passion in some other things besides playing football. So since that's the case, I would pass on that. But I definitely am open to, you know, playing in K-Dub. Said been following since October 2016. I appreciate that. But yeah, you know, it is quite the doggone journey, man. It's quite the doggone journey. I appreciate the hell out of everybody for even, you know, tuning in, watching, whatever the case may be. And I don't know where the road ends, but damn it, all I know is I'm fixing to still go down the road. I'm gonna give it all I got. Give them hell, make it happen. Hell, even with comedy, I've said time and time again, the end goal of all of this shit is selling out Madison Square Garden. Selling out Madison Square Garden. That's the go-to. Make it. I want to be the first social media motherfucker who came up on social media sell out the fucking Garden. I know Andrew Schultz is probably gonna be the guy who sells out the Garden, but he already was in the stand-up space before, you know, the social media really blew up in 2016, 17, 18, really heavily during the pandemic. But he was already doing stand-up. He was already on Guy Code before then, so he wouldn't count. But like the Desi Banks, the Country Waynes, the I don't know if Drew Sigi does stand up, the Rennies, all them other dudes. I want to be the first. Hell, Carlos Miller, all them 85 South, all them. I want to be the first. Sell out the fucking Garden. And hell, even if I'm not the first, I'd sell out the fucking Garden. I don't know when. 10, 20, 25, 30, 40 years, whatever the fucking shit is. That's the goal. That is the end goal. And if I die trying, damn it, I gave it my all. But that's the goal. That's the go-to. Get on social media, build that, cultivate the relationship, fucking build the demand, so I don't gotta depend on other motherfuckers to go and try to book shit for me, make it happen. But best believe I'm gonna give them hell. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna do everything I can to get to that particular point, and I will not quit. I will not quit till I get there, and I'll make it fucking happen. That's all I know about that. I appreciate y'all tuning into the doggone stream. I don't know how the fuck this last 33 minutes. Hey, be inspired. Go give it your all. Whatever the fuck it is that you got passion for, make it happen. And hey man, chase your dreams. Never let up. That's all I gotta say about that. I don't know how the fuck we got here, but cheers to that. We're gonna take one more drink of that Shannon Sharp, and we the hell up out of here. And hey, I appreciate y'all. If there's anything that I don't want to leave here without saying, I appreciate y'all for even no matter, it's still it's mind blowing to me. There's 500+ thousand motherfuckers who don't subscribe to the channel. I appreciate y'all. And y'all seen the adversity I went through on social media. Like, it's crazy. I got over 100 videos removed. I've been blocked a total of 2 different times on YouTube alone. Facebook pages getting taken down. You ever seen me quit? Fuck no. I still make it happen. So, hey, if y'all could take something from this, go out there and get a W in something in life. You make it happen. So cheers to you. Two shots worth. That's good. I done wet my shirt. You know who else wet shirts? Let's bring back into a non-somber mode.
Who's that Pokemon? It's Squirtle!
Squirtle! Squirtle wet shirts, god damn it. Since I'm about to hit the gym, I ain't doing shit. Why not? Go to the gym. I might do some DDP yoga tonight. But LeBron, dance us out of here. Y'all have yourselves a good night. When am I gonna go live again? I'm not too sure. Maybe next week, maybe another time during this week. But I'm definitely gonna go live for SummerSlam. So I will see you guys when I see you. Hey, oh shit, Duxie said your story about has a lot of messages in it. I'm glad that that even though you gave your best and came up short, it was not part of your plan, you were still able to use those specific moments to motivate you today. Hey man, that's what I go for. But y'all have yourselves a good night. LeBron, dance us out of here.